Already?
Ah, apparently I was muted. Right.
That explains why I didn't hear you either.
Huh.
Holy shit. Actual Android AM14. Real.
As I was saying to Anya, I am being currently assailed by an insect. It's begun already. It's begun already.
It's already started. I'm so sorry. I'm even more sorry that you experienced that phobia, you poor thing.
Yeah. Yesterday I was playing Rhythm Doctor with Jade, and just a big ass mosquito just fucking planted itself in front of me, and I couldn't scream because it was already really late. Today, thankfully, it was just a fly, so I'm fine with that.
Nature's dudes.
How do you expect to outrun it when it's already begun? It has, in fact, already begun. It's been 2 weeks and we have been on a fucking cliffhanger from what I can only imagine is gonna be a really bad time.
The fact that the last thing we saw was one of the most I'm very normal about this things I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. You showed me the scene from the movie. I have been stewing in this for 2 weeks.
Yeah. So,
I'm finally getting payoff.
So, to chat, I do have to apologize that there was no live reaction of any kind. However, we did get a cool piece of art out of it. Finally, Watchdog, gosh. But yeah, the guild dinner, the guild dinner has changed us irreparably.
I don't actually have any words to defend myself with. I'm just so enamored with this plot and these characters, and I want to see more. Really bad.
And so, let's go see more. Say more! Also, you may you may notice, chat, that I'm still a little bit sick, so don't worry about it. It's just a little bit of throatiness. So give me a moment to boot up the game, and I will try to take care of my boys. I have a full bottle of water next to me, and we're gonna be so normal. Okay, it's on.
Game on.
Trace on. What was the thing that you said? Oh yeah, the drag on in the server.
I need you to know that was so unintentional.
I know it was, but everyone latched onto it, so I guess it is now. Can you hear and see things properly, chat? Starting the stream, trance on. No, that's gonna be in a few minutes when I actually have to take my titty pills. Drag queen real, yeah. And you can see Anya?
Yes, I can see, I'm in, I can hear, I'm ready to scoot.
Oh, okay, the name of the thing is already Sakura's absence, so we know what's gonna fucking happen. And the name of the day is Last Talk.
I'm gonna cry.
Oh my god, I'm not okay already. Oh, we start with trauma, okay. Sure, fine, I can get behind this. It all happened 10 years ago. I kept pursuing the responsibility for being the only survivor in the fire. Are you going to... I never forgot about it. I survived, so I... Are you going to betray? I swore never to let such a thing happen again. I made an oath with myself to become a hero of justice, just like Kiritsugu. And Miyashiro's days were turned to that sole purpose. I let others use me so that I could hold my head up high before those who were not saved, and I made it this far because of that. Oh my god, he acknowledges that he was being used by people around him!
That is the most direct thing we've ever seen. In any of the routes. That is just like plain text.
He acknowledges it. It's not just like a maladaptive thing. He's doing it intentionally to fucking atone.
Oh, buddy.
I know. I know fully well. But you... Are you going to betray your previous self? Oh god, we're just... I am so not okay.
We're just already getting into it.
There it is. You know the cause. You already know who you must defeat. The Black Sun. If the shadow in the sky is the cause, you must kill it before it happens again. Remember, what have you lived for until now? You have approved of yourself because you save innocent people, because you save people who ask for help. But if you're going to deny it just for one girl, if you're going to betray it, and Miyashiro will be judged by himself. Oh boy.
Oh, this is gonna be so fucked.
It's morning. I wake up. It's bright outside and it's past 7 already. My body feels heavy. My limbs feel numb. My dull head can't remember who I am. Oh, what do you want for breakfast, Sakura? Oh my god, she went to sleep next to him! I pat Sakura sleeping beside me. For a strange reason, I remember why she's there next to me. The fact that the girl I love is sleeping next to me is probably more important than my identity. It's morning, Sakura. We have to get up or breakfast on Tosaka. I tap her shoulder. Sakura's cold. Not her attitude, but her sensation is cold, and she's also hard. Yeah?
Just fucking move on.
Sakura? I raise my body and look around the room. She's not here. We slept together and I held on to her hand, but Sakura is nowhere in the room.
That's so sad, he just assumes.
Yep.
Oh.
Sakura! She is nowhere to be seen. The guest room is silent. I feel no presence in the living room. My body doesn't move well. I hit my foot on the table. I fall, pull myself up using the wall and head to the hallway. I must be in a hurry. There's nothing wrong with my body, but my mind isn't calm at all. Why am I rushing? And why am I feeling so uneasy? I'm trying to think, but whenever I do, it's like my thoughts are 10 seconds in the future. I can't think? Or does my brain not recognize what I'm thinking? Blood won't flow to my head, so I can't even tell. Can't remember what I want to do. But I'm relieved when I see Sakura's shoes at the front door. Tosaka's shoes aren't there, but Illya's shoes are. Which means her shoes are not here, so... Don't do that to me, Kahira!
Was that just an empty line?
That was just a pause! Yeah, Tosaka's the only one outside, so it means Sakura's in the house. Ah, so that's why I feel relieved. Sakura hasn't gone anywhere. Alright, I'm getting sharper. So yeah, Sakura just woke up before me, so she's probably doing something like washing her face, preparing breakfast, training in the dojo, or doing the laundry in the yard. I noticed that training in the dojo, you're mixing the people here, Shiro.
Uh-huh.
Man, I got worked up over nothing. I sigh and head back to the living room. To Shiro? Tosaka comes running inside. What, Tosaka? Are you taking a walk? I'm not that easygoing. No, we can't talk later. Sakura's collapsed outside, so carry her in. I will prepare the treatment.
I see. Hey, Wack, my tummy hurts.
It's too. I'm so clenched right now. The clock ticks. It's past 9 o'clock. It's been 2 hours since I carried Sakura in from where she'd collapsed by the entrance. Function is finally returning to my numbed mind. Had you calmed down, Shiro? Yeah, I'm fine now. I'm sorry for worrying you, Illya. I don't remember what happened the last 2 hours, so I don't remember what stupid things I may have done. You didn't do anything. You carried Sakura inside, then held her hand while Rin treated her. Then you just sat down once you found out it was only a high fever. I see. Where's Tosaka? I think she took Sakura to her room. Rin was checking out the closet earlier. She must have been looking for Sakura's clothes. She was dirty, so you have to change her clothes before you can put her to bed. Hey, Alex.
Hello.
I'm still dying a little bit. I see. Shiro losing time like this is so fucked. Don't worry about it. It makes sense now that she says it. Then I must still be in the living room because... Hey, why are you following us when I'm about to change her clothes? Osaka probably said something like that to me. So I've been waiting for 2 hours, huh? I might have been in a panic, but... I feel very stupid. What's going on? There are many things I have to think about. Sakura's well-being, the big meal the enemy had last night. No, that can come later. I should be thinking about why Sakura was collapsed outside when we went to sleep together. I feel sick. My mind refuses to think. The blank 2 hours. My body remembers that I've been pondering that problem for all that time. Shiro, don't try to remember something you can't. You didn't forget it, but it went away. There's only pain even if you try to find what's not there. Illya? It's nothing. I was just talking to myself, so forget it. Oh my fucking god. Nothing about this is nice. Nothing about this is fine.
So off-putting.
Illya looks away and shuts her mouth. A few minutes after that, there's something so interesting about Illya since like a few episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since Archer died, specifically.
Yeah.
When the clock is about to strike 10. Thanks for waiting. Sakura's awake now. Tosaka enters, acting like nothing's happened. Tosaka, is Sakura alright? I don't know. You should go ask her yourself. There's nothing for me to say.
That's bad.
Alright, I'm going.
This is so bad.
I get up. I leave Illya and Tosaka in the living room and head to Sakura's room.
I think you're here, senpai.
Sakura is breathing hard, but she speaks the instant she sees me. Of course I'll come, you idiot. I will go anywhere for you if you collapse. Tosaka got the job this time, but it's me that should be treating you. She's just got some indigestion for some reason. I get the chair and sit down. I try to sit level with Sakura, who is lying on the bed. So, how are you doing? Tosaka didn't tell me anything.
Oh, I see. So Nai-san is keeping quiet.
No, she said I should ask you. She's being considerate, huh?
Oh, you seem sad or happy, senpai. I thought so for a while, but you like the strict part of Nai-san, right?
You idiot, that's not true! Tosaka's a steady girl, but I don't want to deal with that all the time. First of all, we can't manage until she's considerate at times like these. Sakura nods, smiling. Her satisfied expression dispels my uneasiness somewhat. Good. I guess you are alright. What was Tosaka saying, Sakura?
I'm just exhausted and malnourished with a light fever. There's nothing to worry about if I'm resting, so she told me I have to stay in bed all day.
How are you malnourished, girl? You did have a big meal earlier. She's still breathing hard. Just lying there must be painful. She's probably trying to breathe normally so she doesn't worry me. I see then. Keep resting. You have enough magical energy, right?
Oh, yeah. Thanks to you, I'm fine.
I feel especially good after yesterday, senpai. It's almost like I have a whole heroic spirit inside of me now. Even though I'm the one that asked, I still blush. But this is something I have to know. Then you will get well right away if you eat something good and nutritious. I'll put in my best efforts for today's lunch. I roll up my sleeve in a show of confidence. But...
I'm sorry. I should be cooking for you. If I could just stand up, I could help you. I hate that I can't even do that.
It seems my words hurt her. Oh yeah, no, Gil died last time. He got fucking munched.
Oh. Miguel did her.
Which also means that Anya knows now.
I do, in fact, know.
That's right. Sakura is concerned about her role. She knows she can't do anything, so she tries to be the normal Mato Sakura. But she can't even manage something as simple as that. Well, just bear it for now. A sick person has to rest like one. After all, I'm going to leave you in charge of breakfast, lunch, and dinner once you get well. You will regret not resting more than. Yeah, the shadow connection. I jokingly say what I plan to do. Yeah. I can leave her in charge of cooking for about half a year if that will please her.
Really? You can't take that back later, okay?
I'm serious. I won't do anything for at least half a year. Well, I'd like to at least keep watch on the food on the gas burner when you need help. I've been standing in the kitchen for 8 years. I don't feel at ease unless I'm holding a pan or something.
Okay then. It's a promise. Please eat my meals once I get well.
Yeah, funny that Shiro also knows now too. Yeah.
He's trying really hard not to know.
I'll promise you all you want. Like, this is so sweet, but it's so undermined by everything.
It's really hitting me in a bad way.
I get up. I can't keep talking to her and tire her. We were able to talk, and I know Sakura's doing fine. I should let her rest now. I'll see you later. I'll come here again during lunch, so sleep until then. I step away from the bed. Sakura nods silently. Oh, yeah, Sakura. I stop at the door and call out to her without turning around.
Yes? What is it, senpai?
Oh, I was wondering why you were collapsed in front of the house. We're sleeping in my room, right? I tried to ask as naturally as I can. After a faint gasp,
I was taking a morning walk. I woke up early, so I went outside, but then I collapsed. Mason's right. I shouldn't be going outside right now.
she replies as naturally as I asked her. Tosuka and Illya aren't there when I return. They must have gone to their rooms. Oh yeah. They're busy trying to reproduce a gem sword. I can only help after they make a replica similar to the original. My job for now is to draw out as much of Archer's experience as I can. That was so cute, actually. I am the bone of my sword, huh? Archer's original spell, which flowed into me along with the pain. Meanwhile, Kira is living his best life. I can just imagine him with like shades, just like walking down the fucking hill of the of the church, snapping his fingers, just like, oh yeah, everything is coming apart.
I'm imagining Kira with like a wine glass and like the cucumbers over his eyes, like the face mask.
One moment. My dog is I'm dog sitting today.
Can I get a hell yeah of a chat for the dog?
Poopo. No, he doesn't want to be here. He's just wandering. He's peeping the rest of the house. If I use this strangely familiar incantation to look within myself, my rate of success greatly increases. Hello? Hello? Oh, and he sits. Oh, what a cutie. Rejection now succeeds half the time. Get a load of that dog. Yeah. It's a very cute Westie.
Oh.
I'm copying Archer to make a copy of something. But I can only create a fake. Rejection is reproducing something identical to the original. And Miyashiro can only create an inferior imagination. The only way to create a phantasm is with the arm's help. Suicide. It's not that poison will come into me once I use it. A bomb will be switched on once I use it. A sure end will come once I use it. An image of firing a hammer. There's a gun in my brain. The muzzle is pointed outward, but the trigger is still there. This image must be the time bomb Kodomine spoke of. If I can take the gun out of my head, the switch won't go off even if I use it. No, the switch itself will be outside my body. It's the best solution. But of course I have no idea how to do that. Oh yeah, the news. I turned the TV on. I had to know what happened yesterday, so I watched the news. It's easy to find the right channel. They're all talking about that incident. The unexplained disappearances. There are over 40 houses with missing residents. None of the survivors noticed their neighbor's disappearance. And almost 60 people will never return. I memorize each missing person's name as it appears. One by one, I engrave the strangers' names in my mind. And I replace the names with people I know. Will you be able to forgive it? Will you still be able to forgive it when the time comes? Will you be able to forgive the thing that's causing it? Will you be able to forgive yourself for overlooking it?
Jesus.
The crime. If I cannot protect it from the crime, it will be painless salvation to stop it before it commits any more crime. The TV switches off. The news that had been informing me of the incident is, don't be stupid. We're not decent enough people to mourn over what's already done. Mercilessly cut off by Tosaka. Tosaka? Here, I brewed some tea, so drink up. I have nothing to do because Illya wants to be alone. Tosaka places the teacup on the table. Her reasoning doesn't sound right. So I don't have to do what she tells me to, but I'll drink the tea. Yeah, but it's so hot that it will burn your tongue. I see. That's even better. Thanks, Tosaka. God! I just wanted to get myself together. You just happen to be here, okay? If this is how she wants to show her concern for me, I'll just have to accept it. time passes. We just drink the tea silently. I don't feel nervous for some reason. I rather feel relaxed. This is purely speculation, but... could Tosuka be one of those girls that soothes the atmosphere? Why are you smiling all of a sudden? Tell me if you want to say something. Oh, I was thinking to myself. We've never sat around doing nothing like this, right? Whenever we're together, we talk about the Holy Grail War, so I thought we had a pretty savage relationship. I can't help it! That's how it all started. Or what? Do you want me to talk about what might come up in the finals, or what stores I like to go to? Oh, I guess it's fine as is. I think this dangerous relationship is suited for us. But we were so relaxed that it felt weird and funny. Well, you're right. That's how it all started. We started talking with each other after we became masters. And I wouldn't have gotten to know you unless I became a master. Well, that's one good result I got from becoming a master. I can fight alongside the girl I've admired. That's not entirely true. I don't know about you, but I've known you for quite a while. Huh? Osaka blushes, saying something I can't ignore. You know me? You knew? Osaka nods with embarrassment. No way! Did we talk when we were in first year? No. I knew about you, but you didn't know about me. You're one of my traumas.
It's just gonna be about the high jump again.
Please, please, let it be the high jump again. Why? I don't like that. Hey, Tom! I know it can be helped to hurt someone when you don't know about it. But it's not good for my mental health to know that I've hurt Tosuka, who likes to strike back 3 or 4 times as hard. I'm the one who wants to ask that. Fine. This is a good opportunity, so let me grumble a bit. It happened around this time 4 years ago. I don't know why, but you were there after school running high jumps until the sunset, right?
Let's go.
Huh? I'm taken aback by the unexpected question. It's not the question itself. What surprised me is that Sakura was talking about the exact same thing. Yeah, so what? I was watching that. I was right by the school entrance. There was an idiot watching another idiot who kept trying to jump a height he couldn't reach. Hold on. That can't be. Sakura was the one watching me, and first of all, it was just coincidence, okay? I went to your school because of a matter related to the student council. I was in a different school, let alone class. Yeah, I heard that you went to the same school as Issei. This explains so much.
Yeah, explains
oh my
a lot,
god.
actually.
Oh my god, this explains so much.
That is the deepest lore fate reveal we've gotten yet.
Oh, mind blown.
He's still carrying the trauma of going to school with Tosuka.
He's carrying the grudge of Tosuka. It all makes sense now. Yeah, we've known each other since then. I was the vice president and he was the— oh no! After 4 years spent fighting, we found out that we can't get along.
This is the deepest lore.
This explains everything. I see. So it was a long relationship. I finally understand now. I knew Issei's attitude toward Tosuka was not normal. Well, the mystery's unraveled. Actually, it seems even more tangled now.
So he's not just sexist.
Anyway, I just happened to see you keep trying to jump over a height you couldn't. That's all. That's when I first saw you, and I found out later that Sakura came to this house. I didn't know your name until then, and I forgot about your face. Well, now I know how she knew me. Is that something traumatic? It's revenge after 4 years. Sakura joined the archery club a year ago, right? So I went and watched when I got the chance, and I happened to see someone who wasn't a club member shooting arrows. I knew right away that you were the idiot from that time. I want to say something about what she thought about me, but I stay quiet. And I was shocked at the time. I was a stranger who went to a different school that I'd considered stupid all this time, but I remembered him even after 3 years. And I finally realized that you've been giving me damage all this time. I found out I was jealous of this guy that kept on running like an idiot. Why? He was stupid, right? That's not someone you should be jealous of. Yeah, I probably wasn't jealous of him, but I felt like I'd lost. It couldn't be fine if he'd had hope of clearing that bar. I could have just gone home if that were the case. But even he knew it was impossible. He knew nothing could change that, but he kept trying. It's as if he believed the effort was what mattered. To be honest, I can't do such a thing. I've always been like that. I determine whether or not something is possible. If I know it's impossible for me, I quickly give up. I don't try what I can do, and I never regret it or think I'm powerless because of it. I'm cold like that. I am a terrible person. Here I called it machine-like instead of cruel. But Tosaka isn't belittling herself. She's proud of how she is. But I do sometimes think how pure it'd be to just keep trying without a thought for whether it's possible. Well, as a child, it's shocking to see someone that's completely the opposite of you, right? That's why it was traumatic. The guy who foolishly kept running was someone I was happy to know existed. Tosaka murmurs with a dreamy expression.
Oh, that's so cute, actually. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
That was a boring talk. Maybe I'm being nervous because things aren't going well. Tosaka gets up as if saying the break's over. I'm going back to my room. I will be creating the framework with Illya in the afternoon, so you go watch Sakura. She puts her teacup in the sink and heads to the hallway. But... Hey, how was Sakura? She stops and asks, as if she's just remembered. She seemed well. She still has a fever, but it's better than the last time she collapsed. Sakura is calm as well. She pushed herself to do things around the house, but she's being obedient and resting today. That being the case, I'm sure she will be better in no time. Of course she's staying still. She can't get up by herself now. What? She can't get up by herself now. Why? She should have enough magical energy. Then shouldn't she have enough physical energy as well? Yes, she has more than enough magical energy and physical energy, but it's terrible inside. I don't know what happened last night, but she definitely died once. It's the only sound explanation for why the muscles in her limbs are so badly damaged. No way. She didn't have any external wounds. It's just that it's cleanly connected to on the outside. I don't know if the crest worm ripped her apart or if someone else tore her limbs? If something really did tear her body apart, the pain would have destroyed her sanity. Let me ask, did she recognize you? I swallow my affirmation. Osaka's expression is agonized. Then that means Sakura didn't recognize you? She did. She knew me and she called me Nesan. But she wasn't looking at me, but was looking at the Tosaka Ren she imagined. Yeah? I really wanted to kill her when she said things like, "Nice to meet you," and "I wanted to meet you sooner." Osaka looks away as her words turn cold. Wanted to kill? Osaka felt murderous intent against Sakura. In short, I can do it. I can't protect Sakura until the very end like you, and I do not intend to either. Tosaka! I told you, right? I don't do impossible things. As long as I'm Tosaka Ren, I will kill Sakura the moment I determine that it's not possible to let her go on. Well, I don't need to say it again because that was our deal all along, but I thought I'd remind you. You don't need to say anything. I know how you feel, and even if you say something, it will not accomplish anything. We are allies while we fight against Zouken, but we're enemies when it comes to Sakura. If you don't like it, we had to defeat Zouken as quickly as possible. But Shiro, what will you do if Zouken and the Shadow are two separate enemies? I shut my mouth. Osaka's question is so sharp that it makes me dizzy. Shiro, I will kill her when the time comes. That's the best choice for both of us. You think about it too. Osaka leaves. She goes back to her room, leaving me alone in the living room. God almighty!
Good lord, that was heavy.
And the way it was prefaced by the high jump. So it is like she prefaces the difference in their philosophies, and then she goes like, "Oh, by the way, this applies to Sakura."
That's so good.
She hears voices. Her body is broken and her head feels light, but she hears voices she doesn't want to hear. I don't know about you, but I've known you for quite a while. She doesn't think about why she can't hear the conversation. But she doesn't want to hear them. She wants to cover her ears if her arms could move, and she wants to go stop them if her legs could move. I was watching that. I was right by the school entrance. I was an idiot watching another idiot who kept trying to jump a height he couldn't clear. She bites her lip. She scratches the sheets with her fingers. Past the bend, spoken of lightly. Given that happened 4 years ago, her older sister speaks of it as if it's only her memory. Like she's the only one who knows about it. She's immersed in her beautiful memory, never even realizing that another girl was there.
Stop. Stop, please don't.
Don't take away my memory. She strains her voice and makes a plea that none can hear. The older sister's monologue continues. It goes on without her, just as she feared.
Oh.
The only thing she had an edge on over her older sister is brought down to mere recollections.
No, 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 no.
Using magical energy to bridge the gaps in her ripped nerves, she covers her ears with her hands. This is torture. How can she know what's going on in the living room? Has her shadow stretched that far? No, she doesn't want to hear anything right now. No more. She will go crazy if she hears any more. Knowing this instinctively, she covers her ears, but the voices do not get any quieter. Her sister's voice resounds directly into her brain. She cannot get away, even if she covers her ears or eyes. And... Chiro, I will kill her when the time comes. That's the best choice for both of us. You think about it too. Her sister coldly says the words she does not want to hear, to the last person she wants to hear them. And the voices stop. She cannot tell what's going on in the living room anymore. It's only natural. Her only world is this dark room. There's no way for her to step into the world of light. Her eyes are hot. She realizes that she's crying, heartbroken and frustrated. Her older sister is a coward. Why is she pushing that onto the girl's senpai now? It's her responsibility as Tosaka's magus, but she's now trying to involve someone else. Her sister is trying to turn her only ally against her.
Son.
She hates her. She knows it's selfish, but she still hates her. She's making him abandon Mato Sakura. She hates Tosaka Ren for trying to induce him.
Son.
But it's strange. This is what she wants, so why does she hate her so much? Her sister is saying that she should disappear. The girl also knows she should disappear. She doesn't know it's come to this, but she does know that the Miyashiro will be saved if she disappears.
No, I don't want that.
She can't. She doesn't want to lose anything. She doesn't want to be alone anymore. She learned of warmth, so going back to the cold is frightening. She learned of warmth, so warm people are detestable. She will not disappear. She will not be killed. Because
nothing is my fault.
Right. Everyone else is at fault. She did not wish for such a thing. It turned out this way because nobody helped her. Nobody helped her, so that must mean they affirmed her. They didn't object. That's the same as agreeing with her. So, no one can punish her.
I won't die. I won't end up as my son plans.
No. In reality, she will not die. Nobody can kill her. Even if someone still wants to try, that's fine. If she is to be killed, she will rather... Not only her older sister, she will be merciless even to her senpai. Yes? If he will turn away from her in disgust, then she could rather, like she does in her nightmares, so he won't become anyone else's.
Oh my goodness.
May I raise my hand saying, Sakura did nothing wrong, she's right.
Sakura did nothing wrong.
Don't worry about it. She cuts violently. Anyway, a moment. Okie dokie. Happy.
Yeah, woo, dog pog.
Hello? Oh, he's not here. Hello? Oh, rub. You wanna go up? Huh? You wanna go outside? You wanna be let outside? Be. I think you may want to, after the interlude is over, I will take him out.
Indeed. Oh gosh, you're gonna leave me alone with the chat?
Just a little bit. The pain turns her wild imagination to blood, and she calls it out.
No, I can't, senpai.
They do not connect. She cannot tell the difference between good and evil. She cannot tell what's good. She's about to lose her mind, not knowing who she is or how long she can stay sane. Hello? Are you still conscious of yourself, Sakura? Then, before she notices, the silver-haired girl is before her. The same girl as her. The white girl who is to become the container, who was not treated as a human being. Saber, Lancer, Caster, Berserker. It could have been fine with just these 4. Where did you consume such a soul, Sakura? I'm surprised it's already sufficient when Assassin and Rider are still left. Oh my god, what?
I see.
Do you mean she's full? She doesn't understand. She has heard from her grandfather that the girl is just like her, a container that collects the souls of the defeated servants. But she has not heard about any servants being defeated, other than the ones she just mentioned. It's fine. I won't ask since it means I don't have to worry about Archer being taken away. But Sakura, do you know what's going to happen to you? Her head cools down. Oh! Her mind, delirious with fever, regains Mato Sakura with those words.
I don't know. What will happen to me?
The white girl shuts her mouth. Heinz Burn's master. She was meant to be a vessel from the beginning, unlike the fake Mato Sakura. You will die. You can't be saved no matter what. And the girl tells her about the destiny that awaits them both. Yeah,
I see. Okay, cool. That explains everything. Great.
Okay, I'm gonna leave you with chat for a little bit to decompress on that one while I take care of dog. Give me a moment.
Alright. Well, that was a reveal and a half. I guess, like, I feel like this is something that I called forever ago. That or one of my housemates did. I'm doing great, frankly. This is wonderful. I've been waiting for this forever. I'm trying to remember if I was the one who called this, or if somebody else told this to me as their theory. Whoever it is, I'm sure she's listening right now and is about to tell me afterward. Because, like, that would make sense. Like, you know, swallowing the servants, she's a shadow, it all comes together. I'm gonna just assume that you're right, Sadani, and that I was correct and I called it, because I like that. Well, it was explained that, like, when the servants, like, die, they go into the grails. And I just kind of presumed that was the case. And yes, I did see the scene from the second movie. I watched it, I think maybe a dozen times, and showed it to everyone who I thought might be remotely interested.
Lol, Ulmao.
Hello, welcome back.
Dog is still with me. It was a fake alarm. I showed him out and he didn't want to.
That's a fucking dog faint.
What a good puppy.
I'm receiving reports that I definitely talked with this person about the shadow being the fucked up grail. They also don't remember who said it first, so I am going to take credit. This was my theory, chalking this one up on the scoreboard.
She has filled herself with quite a few humans on top. Yeah, don't worry about it. Oh. My body's still heavy. I have to make lunch for Sakura, but I want to rest a bit and clear my head. I fall onto my futon, letting my face sink into the pillow. I know. There wasn't any postponement since that day. I can't postpone the problem anymore. About Sakura. I have to decide everything right now. I think that's Kirei.
Miyashiro.
Who is it? I jump up. A voice, I heard a voice. I heard it from within this room. Wait, that was Assassin?
Oh!
A chill runs up my spine. The scary thing is that I still can't tell where in the room it's coming from.
Do not be alarmed. I did not come to take your life.
A whisper by my ear. The voice, this fluent yet alien tone, is of the servant with the white skull. Assassin? Oh my god, it's so fucking cool. How was it possible? His specialty may be killing people, but he made it here without being noticed or setting off the boundary field around the house? You didn't come here to kill me? Then you just want to talk? I search for the presence behind me while I measure the distance to the hallway. It will take 2 full steps, 3 full seconds to dash out to the hallway into the yard. Assassin can kill me 4 times over in that time. Then my only way to live is to go along with them.
Not I. It is the Magus who wishes to speak with you.
Zouken? Magus? You mean Zouken?
Yes. He is waiting for you at the Mato household. He has no desire to fight. He will welcome you if you go there alone.
Assassin's words can be trusted to some degree. If he wanted to kill me, he could have done it the instant he snuck into the room. He didn't kill me because Zouken wants to talk to me. That's not to say it isn't actually a trap, but... Oh!
Oh.
Oh boy, oh fucking mighty. This is like the worst fucking idea.
Okay. 2 thoughts that I just had, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what if we accept, and then Zouken's like, yes, I have no intention to fight you, but my grandson wants to kick your ass.
That could be a thing.
That could be a thing. That would be funny, I think. But also, I feel like we have to accept, right? Like,
yeah, like, the invitation is too plot relevant not to go with it.
literally, like, we have nothing else to do. Like,
Yeah.
we are just going to be waiting around for something horrible to happen.
So we accept. Just don't think about Shiro getting wormed. It is a trap.
Well, I'm thinking about it now.
My grandson, such a masculine young boy. I'd seen she's just like rubbing her arm a little bit in the background.
Like, dude, fucking stop. Transphobic Zouken makes sense, yeah.
It's obviously a trap. But it's true that I might never have another chance to talk with Zouken one-on-one. And I do not really have a choice. Even if it's a trap, I have to go see him and have him remove Sakura's Crestworm. Alright. Zouken wants to talk to me, huh?
A wise decision. Let us make haste. Even I cannot deceive Ryder's eyes for too long. The Magus will change his mind if someone else realizes we're having this conversation.
So it's a secret meeting for my ears only, huh? There's no reply. His work must be done now that I've agreed. Before I know it, Assassin has vanished. Oh god! We're here.
Into the belly of the beast.
I sneak out of my house to head to the Mato household. The sky is filled with clouds. Maybe it's because of the dark sky, but The house is filled with an ominous air. I go inside without ringing the doorbell. It's been a year since I last came here. I go through the hallway following my faint memory and head to the living room. Came earlier than I thought. Am I a successor? Zouken is the only one here. I do not see Assassin or Black Saber. It seems he really does want to talk to me. You don't even want to exchange greetings with me? My, you must hate me.
You can't even say hi.
I feel no hostility from Zouken. In short, he's taking me lightly. His composure is self-evident, confident in his ability to kill me at any time. Well, you must have something to talk about as well, since you accepted my invitation. Sit down. It must not be something to discuss standing up. No way. Standing up is just fine for what we have to say. I suppress the urge to jump at him and punch him, and glare at him as if it could kill him. Unlike Zouken, I can't hide my anger. I will not let my guard down against the guy who changed Sakura's body. Zouken? If this is a discussion, I only have one thing to say. Release Sakura right now. Got his weird 8-ball eyes.
I was just thinking the same fucking thing.
He's just a little bit Lord English, don't worry about it.
It's the way, like, one of his eyes never gets wider without the other one closing.
That's the only business I have here. I'll just fight if Zouken refuses. I will kill this monster before anything can happen, even if he calls for Assassin and Saber. Really, Sakura? I could like to do that, but I'm afraid I cannot do anything. Then, the old magus before me speaks in disappointed tones. Huh? She cannot be saved no matter what I do, as it has grown too much. Sakura is already functional as a holy grail. She will die even if I remove the crest worm right now. Hold on. Holy grail? Sakura is functioning as a holy grail? Why is he talking about the holy grail? Wait, what do you mean by Sakura being the holy grail? What did you do to her? A method to obtain the holy grail and make my wish come true, of course. It is soul for Makiri's dearest wish to put shape to the soul, the true immortality. That is why I gave Sakura the functions of the holy grail after the war 10 years ago. What? You gave her the functions of the holy grail? Right, you should have heard how the Holy Grail war ended 10 years ago. Your father and Miyakiritsugu destroyed the Holy Grail that was completed through the ritual we know as the Holy Grail War. The war ended, the summoning ritual a failure once again. But it was not a total loss. The Holy Grail was completed, if only temporarily. Then it could be a waste to leave the broken fragments as they were. My head quickly cools down. In short, he took his granddaughter Sakura and... Yes, I embedded the Holy Grail within her, but I am no monster. I made sure she can function as a human. I know it would be painful to have an inorganic substance in her, so I turned the shard of the Holy Grail into a living thing.
I see.
Then the crest worm in Sakura is... It is something I created using the Holy Grail as a catalyst. With that, her body became a container to receive the souls. It became a catalyst to become the gate when the ritual is completed. It is just a copy of the Holy Grail the Einsburn family makes. Well, I do not have as much skill as them, so it did about an eighth my own way.
Doing about an eighth his own way.
He laughs. Hoping Einsburn? All he did was pick up a piece of a finished product and gave it to Sakura. You bastard. You can't make a Holy Grail, so you use such a method to make an imitation of the Holy Grail? Experiment? It's just an experiment, Heir to Emilia. This experiment is merely a stepping stone to the next. My original plan was to slowly change her to something like a Holy Grail over several decades. It was supposed to... Oh, one moment.
Blaming the dog is such a classic default. It's just kind of rude, I think. I don't think it's ever a dog's fault. Nothing ever is, really. What do you mean defensive about dogs? I'm just speaking the truth. What is the dog doing exactly?
Okay.
I think the answer is nothing wrong.
Yeah, nothing wrong at all. My parents just came back. That should mean no interruptions.
Swag.
Swag. It was supposed to be the first step toward Makiri's Holy Grail, which lives as a human but still has the function to collect souls. Sakura is the first step? Of course! Sakura was given to the Mato family for that reason. To give a daughter to the Mato family means giving us a foundation to achieve our goal. Tosuka is well aware of that. We both have the same goals. We will both turn ourselves into monsters to achieve immortality. Immortality? You want Tosuka's father to use Sakura for something ridiculous like that? Of course. The Holy Grail War has always been a ritual dedicated to that end. That is the only reason we cooperated, and I am the only one who still lives. To use the Mato successor to achieve our goal in the far future. But fate can be quite ironic. Sakura was prepared to be an adaptable Holy Grail, but she has shown surprising growth. I have gotten old. I never expected Sakura to have that much talent. Not only does she still live in spite of taking in so many servants, but she still retains her sense of being Mato Sakura. She's a true Holy Grail, just like that of the Einsburn, which I thought was impossible to make myself.
Kind of bragging.
If Zouken is not lying, then it contradicts Zero. I mean, Zero is slightly divergent either way, so don't worry about it.
I did see someone just use the phrase "close enough prequel," which I really think is hilarious.
It is dubiously canon. I can't hold it anymore. I'm not patient enough to keep listening to the monster's nonsense. Forgetting the possibility of Assassin's intervention. Enough of this bullshit! You can't call something that only sacrifices human lives a Holy Grail. I let my anger take over and dash at Zouken with a raised fist. But it is a Holy Grail. First of all, even the Einsburns who create the Holy Grail use a human as the base for their Holy Grail. What? Zouken's smile stops me in my tracks. Using a human as a base. My body wobbles back. I hate myself for knowing who he's talking about, even though I do not want to understand. right? Illya's veil is also a holy grail. But do not consider us the same. The Einsberns are far worse. You can ask her with yourself what kind of holy grail they prepared. My upraised arm falls. Not only Sakura, even Illya is the same, and regret takes over my body in place of anger. Well, I assume that was all you wanted? Then it is my turn now. The reason I called for you. I want to discuss the shadow with you. What? Discuss the shadow? You must be talking about the black shadow that's attacking the people in this town. But... what are you saying? That thing is on your side. So what do you need to talk about? Do you want us to beat it? I glower at Zouken, my voice thick with sarcasm. This simplifies matters. Yes? I want you to do something about that shadow. That is why I need your powers, Miyashiro. What? Are you serious? You guys are on the same side, right? On the same side? Well, I have helped it, but it has never helped me. I cannot even communicate with it. I merely arranged its path so it would not run wild. I calmed it down every night to minimize the damage it dealt, but as of last night, I can no longer continue. Did I not tell you? I cannot manage it anymore.
Dude.
It was the dog.
So cute.
My heart thumps loudly. I do like the fact that he's a magus. He doesn't want things to get as wild as they're getting. He has been trying to minimize damage.
Jesus.
That's fucked. Like, the fact that what we've seen the shadow get away with has been minimized by Zouken.
Me when I enable an avatar of avarice.
Don't you just hate it when you accidentally create an abomination against humanity? Don't worry about it.
How could he have seen this coming?
I just didn't expect tigers to eat my face, you know? I cannot manage it anymore. Who is that directed to? Zouken? Oh yeah, I must tell you what that shadow is before anything else. In short, that is the content of the Holy Grail. People say the Holy Grail is an omnipotent pot, but the Holy Grail we aim for is not a pot. The Holy Grail is only a means. Einsbern, Makeri, and Tosaka. What the three families aim for is to open a gate using the complete Holy Grail. You can think of the complete Holy Grail as a gate that connects this world to a world where every wish comes true. Hold on. And the Holy Grail is... Yes? The goal of every magus is to reach the origin. But I am not interested in such a thing. The Einsberns only sought the completion of the Holy Grail. Tosaka is the only family that's still aiming for the origin. Anyway, the Holy Grail is a gate that connects to the wish machine. The shadow is something that has leaked from the other side. Ooh.
That is almost exactly how I described it in an early part, I think. Like what I thought it might be.
Ooh. The real Holy Grail. Illya's veil would not have done such a thing. That shadow is a mistake made by the imitated Holy Grail. Yeah, the origin being spoken of here is commonly known in the localization as the root.
I was gonna ask if those two things were the same, because I remember Tosca talking about that.
Yep. Well, I do not like to talk about the shame of my family, but it seems I made a mistake raising her. She matured as a Holy Grail, but it could appear she cannot shut the gate properly. I do not mind if she dies from her own carelessness, but I cannot have her involve other people. What a bother. The Holy Grail I made might devour everyone in this town. Mato Zouken shakes his head, as if it's someone else's problem. I hate him so much.
This is the worst.
I should punch him for saying that, but his words turn my emotions to ice. And that black shadow is... truly... You should already know. That thing is Sakura's shadow. You should recognize the similarities between them. Mato Sakura herself. I fight off the dizziness. The truth. I accept the connection I've already known but denied. No matter what that black shadow may be, I had to accept that the crime is Sakura's as well. The Sakura. No, she should not know about it. That thing is the Holy Grail shadow that appears through Sakura. It originally should not have a form, but when it passed through the gate called Sakura, it took Sakura's form and imitated existence in this plane. The Holy Grail borrowed Sakura, sealed it to come into this world.
That's so cool.
It was beyond my expectations, to be honest. I denied it since it was impossible, but I had to accept it now that it's getting stronger by the day. That thing is a Holy Grail with a will. That is why it keeps seeking human souls to complete itself. There is only one way to stop it. If the Holy Grail is born from Sakura's unconsciousness, you merely need stop Sakura. I tried to persuade Sakura, but the shadow does not want me going near her. Oh god, that's why he hasn't been coming over?
That's so cool.
It does not have a will of its own, but that shadow is Sakura herself. It hates whoever she hates. I cannot even go near Sakura anymore.
Oh no. In the last interlude, she emphatically declared that she hates Tosaka.
She did do that. By the way, I need you to know that there's a big hint about this happening in one of the bad ends. Do you know the moment where the shadow touches Shiro?
Yes.
If your affection level with Sakura is too low at that moment, you die.
Oh, I see.
That is one of the bad ends of the route.
Oh no.
And you can't get close to Sakura? No, you people think Sakura is under my control, but that is all in the past. She's already in your hands. I cannot control her, as I've been cut off from her.
The use of you people here is so funny to me. Just fucking people.
You'll fucking idiots think I have any control of the situation, but I'm scrambling like you are, holy shit.
I'm as lost as you.
I fucked up hard, buddy.
And now it's everyone's problem. I love this guy, actually. He's the worst.
It's something I can be happy about. At the very least, Zouken can't do anything to Sakura. Then, if we can do something about the crest worm... Wait, you haven't done anything to Sakura? No, nothing at all. Then Sakura's still in pain because... That's her own problem. I've never used her crest worm. She's unable to preserve herself because she's a Holy Grail, and the powers of the Holy Grail are flowing into her. Think about it. There is a great swirl of magical energy that can grant any wish. Her human body must receive what flows from that source. There is no way Sakura's weak mind can endure the strong onflow.
Sakura's still catching strays.
Then Sakura, well... Unable to bear the strain of being a Holy Grail, she will explode. No, if Sakura's consciousness empties, the Holy Grail should appear. She might be swallowed by her own shadow. Do you understand? It is meaningless to kill me here. The Holy Grail war ends once you defeat me, At that point, all that remains is for the Holy Grail to activate. Sakura's mind will be obliterated once that happens.
The fucker's got a dead man switch.
If you want to save her, endure for the duration of the Holy Grail War. The timing to open the gate, the completion of the Great Holy Grail, does not last long. It has already been 10 days since the war began. Judging from the past wars, this war should end in about 4 more days. 4 days? Are you saying Sakura will survive if 4 days pass? Who knows? That is for you to determine. How was she this morning? Do you think she will last 4 more days? Hey, remember how he was talking with Assassin like, I want him to be the one that activates it? Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, he's fucking manipulating Shiro to preserve his beloved fucking Holy Grail until the moment it fucks up and opens.
This is so fucked.
She will. Of course she will make it. And that's exactly what I want you to fucking do, you idiot. You moron. I see. But the same cannot be said for the other people. How many disappeared last night? How many will disappear tonight? Now, how many more days do you think there will be still people in this town? I can't really hear his question. Does this man sound happy or sad? My head is shaking so much that I can't tell. Defeating Zouken won't solve the problem. Sakura won't last until the Holy Grail War ends. We can't beat the Black Shadow. The people in town will continue to die as long as the Holy Grail continues. Then how can I save Sakura? Then, it's simple. You just need to kill Sakura. Zouken states the obvious. I am correct, am I not? She cannot survive even if you let her live. And the Black Shadow will attack people again tonight. Eliminate her right now to prevent that. I feel dizzy. That is what I wish to discuss. I wanted to inform you of the current situation. I wanted to tell you that you are protecting the greatest disaster. I feel like vomiting. Sakura will notice Tosaka's daughter or me, but she will gladly give her life if it's for you. I can't breathe. Ending one evil life to save thousands. You should know, if you are to carry out Emiya Kiritsugu's will, Mato Sakura is your enemy.
This guy wishes he had Kirei's manipulation skills. He's very blunt.
Yeah? My mind isn't working at all. That being said, Shira's kind of fucked up right now.
Oh yeah, more than a little bit.
I walk down the distorted hallway, unable to keep a reply. I don't feel anything even when I walk or lean against the wall. It's ugly. I feel like I'm in a twisted nightmare with no exit. I go outside, still forgetting to breathe. You will not make the wrong choice. It is a pity for Sakura, but this is fate. I walk. But I will thank you in my granddaughter's place. She has never done anything for herself. She never cursed herself for being thrown away by her father. She did not wish to be almighty like her older sister. She was a hollow being, like a mere puppet. I walk. The puppet was able to be loved by the man it desired. Surely, it must be satisfied. Do not condemn yourself too much. You gave my pitiful granddaughter a gift in the end. I walk. I stumble toward my house where Sakura is waiting. I don't think we have heard that. I walk down the hill. I will reach the Emiya household once I go up the usual hill. I can't leave my room empty forever. No matter what the reason may be, I secretly met with Zouken. It's not good to let Tosuka or Sakura know about it. So I have to go home before they notice. Go home and... I have to make a decision. Contents of my stomach come up to my throat. I chose to ally with Sakura. I swore to protect her no matter what. I chose to be with Sakura instead of becoming a hero of justice. But that means allowing another disaster to occur, taking hundreds of lives. Oh my god! I can't do that. I can't do that. Miyashiro cannot break that oath. It is like denying myself. If you, the only one to survive the tragedy, are to allow the tragedy, you will be rejected by everything that has supported you until now. No matter the end, your crime will never be forgiven. Not do anything means silently approving of the action. There are innocent people who will be killed tonight. You know that, but you still will not kill the cause. You are no different than the cause of the fire that day.
If you had known what you've been until now to protect one person. Is that?
Said Ryder.
The voices are really quiet for me. It's hard to tell. Will you be on Sakura's side no matter what?
This is a choice between protecting one person or protecting everyone beside that person. Who will I side with in the end? I had to decide by tonight.
That's so fucked.
Very interesting that Shira and Sakura are thinking the same on opposite sides of the equation. No one saying anything is giving me permission, and not stopping her is condoning it. Yeah. They're both very in tune. I go to the living room. Huh? Did you come in from the entrance side hallway? Illya is sitting alone in the living room. Yeah, I was outside for a bit. Did anything happen while I was gone? Nothing happened? But you have to stay in your room and rest, Shiro. Your body is as bad as Sakura's. Thanks. But I'm fine as long as the cloth is on. Jeez, you will easily faint if you're talking like... Shiro, did something happen outside? No, not really.
You smell like worms, Shiro.
No way. I do not know what you went to do, but don't talk to me with such empty eyes. Oh. She scolded me. I see. I must have looked ridiculous. It can be helped if that's the case. I'm sorry. I know it does no good to worry, but I had to think. I shake my head. Like Illya says, I can't empty my head. I can't go see Sakura with a miserable face, so I have to show some spirit. Yeah, good. It seems you've cheered up. So, what do you want to ask about? I'll help you if it's alright with you. Do you remember the guide you used for the third route singular advice for it? You didn't want to use it. Is that loving Sakura will make everything work out? It really isn't.
No, I completely agree. It's never a mistake.
Even Sakura and Shira are even struggling from the same symptoms. Yeah, similar. Crap. Illya sometimes gets really kind. This is the second time she's helped me when I'm feeling down. Can't tell which of us is the older one. Okay. Can I ask you about something, Illya? Alright. I'll tell you anything. What do you want to know? The Holy Grail. Tell me about the Einsburn's Holy Grail. I see. So you found out, huh? There were 2 things I didn't want you to find out, and that was one of them. Illya, then... Yeah? I'm the Holy Grail. I'm not human. I'm a homunculus made that way. Homunculus. An alchemical formula to create life without a mother, using various magical elements. They are not born from proper means, and therefore have physical defects. They have human shapes and human lives, but they are not human, and therefore are completed with a powerful magic circuit. They are weak as a life form, but they far exceed human powers when they are made as magi. No, as magic circuits. Well, so that's it. The Einsburn family raised me to function as both a Holy Grail and a Master. The function of the Holy Grail is to collect the souls of defeated heroic spirits. Humans or even a stew pot, it doesn't matter what it's made of as long as it has that special function. It just has to be a sufficiently large container of souls. Illya sounds like she's not interested. But this is the first time I've heard that the Holy Grail collects servants. Well, it's more like retrieving them than collecting them. Servants are summoned by the Holy Grail, then it's natural that they return through the Holy Grail after they're defeated. I'm the only Holy Grail of Einsburn, so I should have collected all of them. But it seems there's someone else that's functioning as a Holy Grail. It took Caster and Lancer when I noticed, and its drawing power was greater. So it took most of the servants. I was able to collect Archer because he disappeared right in front of me. It doesn't even need to be said. The other Holy Grail is Sakura. According to Illya, Sakura has already taken in Caster and Lancer, as well as Saber and Berserker. 4 servants worth of souls. But can you hold such a thing? Isn't it a general rule that the human body can only contain 1 soul? Yes, all the more so if it's the soul of a heroic spirit. The magical energy of a servant that had lost its shell, called class, is enormous. Having 1 in your body is like creating a typhoon in your body. But it's a function of the Holy Grail to collect 7 in the end. There's no space for the soul of the container itself. That's why all the Holy Grails until now were inorganic substances without souls. The function of the Holy Grail is to collect the souls of all 7 servants, then to unify and manage them. You don't need extra programs in there. The personality of the Holy Grail will only be erased by the function of the Holy Grail. In short, Shiro, the Holy Grail loses its human function the more complete it gets. The same goes for me. Once I collect many servants, I have to cut off my functions as a human being to control the souls. I can manage them if I cut off the energy that moves my limbs. I won't let the souls out if I stop breathing. I can stabilize the integration of the souls if I allow all the power I've used to construct my human form. That's the same for Sakura. You can't function as a human once you become a Holy Grail. You do not have the power to spare. What? Why did my game crash?
I guess he doesn't have the power to spare.
Why did the game crash? That fucking spooked me. I thought that was a fucking sanity effect, like Shiro does not want to hear this.
He just quit. Shiro looks you in the eyes and closes the VM. To save Sakura.
Oh. And I can finish the job if I turn the game off. Let me save here. Hopefully that will not happen again.
That would, I think, be a bit of an ow.
Oh.
Blah, 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 all the stuff we've seen. Da, da, da.
Cheered up. Find out that she is the Holy Grail. She's homunculus. Sakura cannot have her human functions so long as she acts as a vessel.
Da, da, da.
There we go.
No.
Let me check the history just to make sure I, Yeah. Okay, it works well. But yes, if there is a difference between us...
You gotta
said-
restart the stream to me.
Oh god, right, I forgot about that. It closed. Shiro wanted to not know this so bad that it just crashed the game.
We overloaded the poor boy. We've all been there.
Honestly, yeah. If there is a difference between us, is that I can switch at will, but Sakura is forced to. Sakura is an incomplete black holy grail, so she has no right to refuse. Grail racism going on, shut the fuck up. Illya shows no emotion as she continues. She knew it. She probably knew it since the time she was born. No, even before she was born. She knew that her life was made for such a stupid reason. But there's something I can be glad about. I place my hand on my tense chest and look up at the heavens as if in thanks. What's wrong, Shiro? I said Sakura can't be saved. I know that, but... You are sharing between the two of you, right? Then you're still... Yeah. Sakura took most of it, so there's no problem in me staying as myself. Rather an assassin, even if I collect their souls, I don't need to cut off my function as a human being. Yes, that's fortunate. If I lose Illya as well, it will mean I can't protect anybody. Shiro? Before I know it, I'm embracing Illya. I can't promise her anything, and it's not like I want something. Shiro? Her body is small, so I can't hold her too tightly. I just touch her, holding her in my arms. I let my fingers feel the weight of what I must protect. Aww. It's almost 2 o'clock. It's late, but I decide to make lunch and take it to Sakura's room. Well, I take off my apron and put the rice porridge on a tray. The weight of what I must protect? Yeah. I take a deep breath and I fill my heart with ice. I do not know what I will say if I go see Sakura in this condition. I can't do that. If Sakura figures out that I'm troubled, she will just be even more troubled herself. I have to freeze my emotions so that I do not reveal anything. This will be the last time. This will be the last time we will be together to just casually see each other's faces. I want our precious time together to end in laughter.
This is a lot.
Yeah? Are you awake, Sakura? It's late, but let's eat lunch. I knock and enter the room. It seems Sakura was sleeping, but her face brightens up as soon as I enter.
Glad you came, Senpai.
Let me take my titty pills for a power up before the
You're gonna need the strength for the coming scenes.
You will need the strength for the coming days. I should have gotten the fast though.
With the power of estrogen, we can make our way through anything.
Ah. She happily smiles. Time passes. Sakura is getting better. She can sit up on her own, and she even ate the rice porridge without assistance. Lunch ends, and we talk about meaningless things. Apparently, sleepy after eating, Sakura continues to talk while lying in bed. That's it. That's all we can do right now. Sakura seems well. She's breathing normally, and her cheeks are red and healthy looking. I can't believe that she won't last even. I can't believe that she won't last even a few more days.
But I've rarely got colds. I have a healthy body. I've never had to stay in bed with a fever.
We started with how she dislikes cold medicine, and she's now telling me how healthy she was. It seems she's never been seriously ill, and I hear she cured any cold symptoms with her spirit. Spirit? You mean you warmed yourself up and rested? No, that's not what spirit means. How can you have spirit during a cold?
Oh, it's an embarrassing story, so it's a secret.
Sakura laughs in embarrassment. It seems Sakura was an energetic child in her own way.
So it's not that I dislike cold medicine, but it's that I can't trust it. Don't you get nervous because you can't tell the effect of the medicine?
Oh, guess it was like that when I was a kid. I didn't get well even after I drank this bitter medicine, so I blamed the pain and the fever on it. Sakura happily agrees. Seeing her smile makes me imagine that she's getting better and that she will be up and well tomorrow. I silence my all-too-convenient wish. Sakura won't get well. I can't postpone my decision, believing that everything will turn out fine when she gets better. Hey, Sakura. Maybe it's because I've accepted the cold reality. What do you want to do once you get better? I asked her about a what if. I asked her about a convenient future.
What I want to do?
Yeah? Something that's fun for you. Anything's fine. I'm just asking, so don't worry about if it's possible or not.
Hold on.
Sakura looks around, troubled. After some pondering,
I guess I don't have anything. I'm fine how things are right now. Just being with you is good enough.
Sakura blushes. My vision narrows. I have to keep my feelings frozen. She has never done anything for herself. Dumb old bastard. It's not that she hasn't done anything. She just doesn't know how. Fun things. She doesn't know what she wants because she's never known a normal life. She's never known normal happiness, so she values such trivial things.
Senpai, is something wrong?
I was just thinking to myself. She hasn't done anything yet. Sakura doesn't know what she should have, what she should obtain. Sakura doesn't smile outside. Sakura doesn't make friends. A closed world consisting of my house on the Matos. But if I can change it, I will pay any price.
Senpai, you're acting strange. Does your left hand hurt?
No, it's not that. Sakura, let's go somewhere far away once this is all over. We've never gone anywhere for fun, right? It's good to go off and enjoy ourselves once in a while. Yeah, the terminal illness vibes.
This is a hard read.
Sakura blankly stares at me. It looks like she's surprised, like she thinks it's all a dream. It's decided. Where do you want to go, Sakura?
Where?
She thinks in confusion. She doesn't answer for a while. But she must have found the wish she wants with all her heart.
It can be anything, right?
Sakura timidly looks up at me. Yeah? There's nowhere you can't go if you put your mind on it. I'm serious, but it seems she took it as a joke. Sakura smiles with relief.
Then I want to go cherry blossom viewing.
And she makes a trivial wish. Cherry blossom viewing? You mean that cherry blossom viewing?
Yeah, we can do it here, but there are only plum trees here. I want to go cherry blossom viewing in a big field on a sunny day.
I see. That certainly sounds really fun. It will be great to watch cherry blossoms under a clear blue sky at the park by the bridge. There are many fun things. Starting out with cherry blossom viewing suits Sakura. Alright then, it's a promise. Let's go there together once you get well and once this whole mess is over.
Oh.
Sakura shows a satisfied smile. I make the promise and stand up. Yes. How great will it be if we can really do that? I imagine my own happiness that I've never imagined since the fire 10 years ago.
I'm gonna fucking cry, man.
I leave her room. All that's left is a trivial promise. It's not just Sakura's wish. This promise, which can be fulfilled come April, is my wish as well. I dream of a warm fantasy with a frozen mind. Once winter is over, once spring arrives, we will go view the cherry blossoms together. Oh, God almighty.
I need a sec, sorry.
No, it's... yeah, no.
That really got to me a little bit. Okay, I'm fine. I'm great. I'm so good right now. You have no idea how great I am. I'm fine.
Yeah. And it's the night I have to make my decision. We won't be patrolling the town anymore. Tosaka spent the whole day making the gem sword and is now resting, completely exhausted. The same goes for Illya. The three of us ate dinner silently and went back to our rooms. It's 10 o'clock. The shadow should go into action soon. I get up soundlessly. I grab the knife I got from the kitchen and leave my room.
I don't know what's coming, but I know it's gonna hurt.
The door is unlocked. I open the door without a sound and walk to the bed. Sakura's sleeping. That's all I can tell. I can't tell if she's getting better or worse. There's something wrong with my vision. I can't even see Sakura's face even when she's sleeping right before me. I suppress my dizziness and my trembling. Prepare yourself. That shadow might be attacking people while I hesitate. If there is no way to direct it, I have to... Sakura here. Even if it's not Sakura's fault, people are harmed. There will be victims. There will be people who could not prevent the harm. And Sakura will commit crimes she does not want to commit. I raise the knife. My mouth is dry. It feels like my tongue's turned into a piece of cardboard. Inorganic knife sends chills up my spine. My eyes become numb as I think about sticking this thin scrap of metal, whose only reason of existence is its sharpness, into a living human's throat, Sakura's soft flesh. It's like stumbling and falling eye first into a flathead screwdriver. Blinding pain of numbness peels the cerebral membrane like an orange peel. There's something wrong with my senses. The fingers holding the knife look as if they're all bending in the wrong way. Looks like psychic powers in movies. I ignore it and tighten my grip.
No. You asshole.
Yeah?
Oh, no. No, making me choose it is so much worse.
Yeah. What is your train of thought right now?
Loving Sakura will make everything turn out okay.
Can't do that then?
I can't do that.
My heart hurts. Blood drips down my fingers where they grasp the knife. I grit my teeth. I frantically swallow against the sob rising in my throat. My eyes are hot. I can't manage it looking down, so I tilt my face up and restrain my anger. Pushing the knife down. I can't do something so simple. I'm pissed. There's something really wrong with me. I had to come this far before I realized my own feelings. Am I stupid? Right. Had the answer already. My path was set the moment I embraced Sakura under the rain. Are you going to betray? Someone tells me to remember. Wasn't I going to become a hero of justice? My body is racked by contradictory thoughts. A hero of justice will let many people die tonight for Sakura's sake. A selfish hero of justice. Hiritsugu threw away his own wishes to pursue what he believed in. A powerless human that helps others just because of self-interest. The fire 10 years ago. Because I was the only one who survived, I lived on, swearing never to let such a disaster occur again. All the time until now, the idea I believed in for 10 years is piercing my heart, asking if I'm betraying it. Will I betray myself, who cried and tried to live on, ignoring the voices of the people who died helplessly? Atonement. Am I going to betray my previous self, who had to cling to that atonement to continue living? Yes. No apologies will ever bring me forgiveness. I can't make amends for this crime. I'm throwing myself away. Even if my life turns out to be a fake after losing what I believed in until now. I will betray them. I will choose what I want to protect. In the future, if Sakura's smile is there, I won't even care if I have to live by deceiving myself. There's nothing wrong with it. I need Sakura. Sakura needs me. For the first time, I wish to protect one life instead of many. I take a deep breath and loosen my fingers on the knife. I won't lose my way anymore. I'll pull the knife back and leave Sakura before Sakura wakes up. And right when I'm about to.
I'm gonna throw up. Senpai, why won't you kill me?
I am going to lose my fucking mind.
Woo!
Sakura talks in the dark. Sakura! She's awake. Sakura is lying there trembling, watching the upraised knife. Her eyes are clouded painfully. A It's not sadness about having me kill her. She's apologizing for making me resort to this.
It's fine. Please do as you wish. I'm too scared to do it myself, but I don't mind if you do it.
I hear fear in Sakura's voice. Her body's trembling, her eyes fixed on the knife above her as if watching inevitable death. It's a determination that's doing all it can to keep her from running away. Sakura! How can it be? I was so preoccupied that I didn't even notice? Sakura's trembling. Why didn't I realize Sakura's determination? Sakura, I
know. What you decide is probably right. Because I'm at fault here. I'll say it now, since this is the end. I don't know how long I can remain myself. I don't know how long the day is, what I talked to you about at noon, when that noon was, what happened yesterday, and tomorrow is. That's not all. I see strange dreams. It's a scary dream. I'm always covered in blood, but a part of me finds it pleasant, and everything about it is scary. I'm the bad guy in that dream. I'm laughing as I'm stealing a lot of things from everybody. I was scared, asked for help, but nobody helped me. So I told myself it can't be helped that everyone's getting killed. We won't help others, so it's natural that others won't help them, and I ignored everything, thinking it's just a dream. But I was wrong. I wanted that dream. I'm actually cowardly, filthy, cunning. I hated everyone, and all I could do was curse them. It's my fault for thinking that dream was pleasant even for a second. It's not the dream that's bad. It's me, the one who watches it, that should never have existed. Senpai, I'm slowly breaking down. At this rate, I'll see nothing but those dreams and forget about you. I'll be a villain for real, going around and killing people. So, please, if you can finish it here before I become the bad guy, then...
Sakura tries to say she will be saved, but... I silence her with an embrace. I hold her to me tightly, the embrace I could not accomplish before. I pull her to me with the arms that only touch her back then. I hold Sakura's body with all of my strength.
Senpai.
Sakura doesn't resist. She's scared of dying, yet she asks me to be killed. But at last she relaxes and...
No, you'll regret it.
She says the same exact words as that night, as if thanking me. It's too late. It's not about the future. I regret not being able to protect you all this time. A quiet sobbing. Sakura puts her arm on my shoulder. Her cold fingers run across my cheek. I'll protect you. I will protect you, Sakura. I promise, Sakura, she cries. That's all I can do. That's the only thing I can repeat to forgive each other. I swore to be Sakura's hero of justice that night. I have no regrets. I will not complain about this choice. If anyone deserves an apology, it's only one person. Will you forgive me, Sakura? I don't say it out loud. For betraying myself. And I confess my crime. God! Oh my fucking God almighty. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I can't. Oh my God. Oh.
What do you mean? Oh my god.
I'm sorry, but the way you're voicing Sakura is very good.
It's really good because I'm crying for real.
Yeah, I know. We can tell. Hey, what's up? Hi. We can keep going. We can keep going a bit more.
We're strong.
Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
Maybe we should take like a couple minutes really fast just to breathe.
Yeah. I need to drink. I need to drink.
Thank you very much for the compliment. I really appreciate it.
Oh my god.
This is, oh god.
Oh my god.
I've never been this emotionally affected by a story before in my life. I get very attached to media that I care about. I've been sucker punched so many times by this VN and this route specifically. It's amazing.
Oh. Sakura is such a compelling character.
She's so perfect.
When she actually said, "Why won't you kill me?" my fucking heart dropped into my stomach.
I was waiting for the reveal that she was awake, or like waiting for her to wake up and notice or whatever. I was not expecting it to be that blunt. But that's like, it's what you don't want to happen, but that's exactly the kind of thing that needs to happen. It's so emblematic of the themes. I fucking love this fucking VN.
Oh my god. Shiro just like, I can't be forgiven. I only ask apologies to Sakura for doing this. I'm being selfish in keeping her alive, but I cannot go through with it. I will betray everything Shiro Emiya has been up until this moment just for this, just for her. Even if she has to die, even if she ends up dying, even if I end up losing her, I can't do anything but keep going with how this has been going.
It's the fact that it's like this route is all about Shiro committing to something for himself, like making a choice on his own of what things to follow for like the first time.
and
it's seeing what that is, and like how the commitment to him is destroying him. It is literally causing the deaths of dozens, if not hundreds of people. And it's just, he's already committed. If he backs down, that means he doesn't stand for anything. It's amazing. This is so good.
It's like, the usual conundrum, the usual talk of like, well, if you don't kill a killer, you are allowing the murders of the many, and it's like the usual Batman paradigm of Batman doesn't want to kill and become what he thinks he will become if he starts actually being able to kill people with ease. And there's the two sides of, you can understand and empathize with him, and you have characters in the comics themselves also directly calling him out for his own faults, allowing people in Gotham to get hurt because he could just kill the Joker, right? And it's like, it's that exact conundrum, but it's seen from such a personal, like, at no point is Sakura to blame. Like, yes, she has gotten to the point where she has broken down to the point that it would be a mercy to kill her. She wants to die. She should die for things to go well in the town, for more people to be saved, and it's the thing that she wants and Shiro knows should be done, but neither can go through with it. And that inability and the ethic of, well, she doesn't deserve it. if she has to die, it would be sad, but she would have to die, but she does not deserve it. And it's that lack of deserving it and the love of her that is fucking tearing me apart.
It's also the fact that, like, I think having now watched this with the context of the other two routes, it really is hitting extra hard that, like, this is what happens when Shiro is selfish. He's still loving, he's still caring, he still, like, gives for the people around him, but it starts killing people.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's genuinely, like, I don't know. Every single time we go through something intense or anything remotely just like well written in this VN, it really does surprise me with just like new heights of this media is so much deeper than you think it is.
Yeah. I was mentioning this. I don't know if you saw it in the server in stream chat. I mentioned this. This is completely a non sequitur, but like about themes and things you realize about the depth of this VN. I realized that Mato Zouken adopted Sakura from the Tosaka family, and he imposed the element of the family, the magic of the family, the future of the family upon her, to the point of washing away her original hair and eye color. And that was an interesting magic detail until I realized, hey, this is commentary on assimilationism.
Yeah.
That is really fucking, like, it hit me. Like, even something like the detail of her hair washing away to be purple is something that when you read into it, and then you have Tosaka, who herself is like the wannabe foreigner, haha, but then you have the contrast, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no matter where you grab this VN, you will sink your teeth into something really cool that says something.
It is the breadth of things. It is the amount. There is so much to this VN that you could spend forever just analyzing this one alone.
Yeah. And there's so many more words. Oh.
Man,
Shall we,
I fucking love this. I'm having a lot of fun reading this. Will you guys compliment my voice in chat? It means a lot to me. I'm glad you like my voicing. It's been something that I've been really insecure about, and seeing compliments makes me really happy.
And likewise, I've been trying my best to be a good narration.
Oh, you've been doing fantastic. You do really good tone changes in the narration. As the mood of scenes shifts. You do it really well.
I need you to know that okay, so I am a very empathetic person that can play multiple roles very well in various scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
And I like trying to write those different scenarios. And whenever I write something, I try to get in that headspace. When I don't change the tone intentionally for effect. I change it because I'm locking in.
Yeah, exactly. And it really comes across. All right. I think this is enough aftercare. I think it's time to keep going.
Yep, let's go. The door closes. The boy, who said he'd protect the girl as if trying to convince himself, left after making sure she fell asleep. The girl, Mato Sakura, painfully moans in the darkness. She's not asleep. She only pretended to be asleep so that the boy, who was more tired than her, can rest. And she cannot afford to sleep anymore. She will see that dream if she sleeps. She will see something similar to her kill people. It's frightening. She doesn't remember what kind of dream she had last night. She doesn't remember why she was unconscious outside. So, it feels like she will never wake up again if she falls asleep tonight. She will end up betraying the boy who held her close. The boy who threw away his self and believed in the weak and sly Mato Sakura. His decision is still hurting her heart, so she will not be able to see him again if she turns out to be like the dream. Yes, she has destroyed his mind to the point that it cannot be fixed. So she has to bear it. She has to stay conscious, not sleep, and never see that dream again. A person exists that will protect her. Even if she may be dirty and cowardly, she has to maintain control with all her might while she still remains.
I'm fine with that, but
There's something that cannot be returned. She has committed a crime she cannot atone for with the life that remains to her. I'll protect you. He repeated it, knowing there's no hope for our future. Recalling it makes her cry. Half an hour ago, she was determined when he came to her room. She knows that he came to kill her. She's sensitive to the hostility of others. Even if someone comes to kill her in her sleep, she will notice. But the hostility was empty. It's not that he's not feeling anything. It was a painful emptiness, as if there was a big hole in his chest with cold wind blazing through it. That made her accept death. She thought the best possible outcome could be if the boy were the one to stop her. She was a coward. She had known. She was ready for death, but she could not stop trembling. And she cornered him by saying something selfishly convenient. He embraced her. The voice still embraced her. They both knew there was no future. But he still put his arms around her, knowing fully well what awaited them in the end. The voice still had determination. His embracing arms told her that he will accept the crime she committed and will commit.
Senpai.
That's why it's sad. He can't do it. She knew that from the start. The school in the sunset, the person that kept on running, the void that changed her voice from give up to keep going. She has wished from that time to be with him, to be protected by him. Admiring him for no reason, she went to his house like her grandfather told her and made her wish come true. I will protect you. I swear to be your hero of justice. This is the result. As his life goes on, he will only continue to break down.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Senpai.
What she admired. She finally understands why. The boy was beautiful in her eyes. He's different from her, who is a coward. She wished for him to keep his upstanding character. Yes, she remembers. She wanted to protect him. She wanted to protect the boy. She wanted to protect the clumsy but upright boy that she found in the setting sun.
I broke it.
That's all she wished for. So why? Why did it turn out like this? And then, the girl makes her final resolution.
You're there, right, Ryder?
No! She calls out into the darkness. The girl should be the only one here, but a woman appears like a ghost. It is Mato Sakura's servant, Ryder.
So, were you guarding me? Yes, had he tried to take your life, I would have killed him.
She sighs, thinking it was close. Ryder puts priority on her master. Her decision is based solely on whether that person will kill her master, Mato Sakura. In that regard, Miyashiro was Ryder's enemy back there.
Don't do anything to him, Ryder. I won't forgive you if you hurt him.
My role is to protect you. If he is to be your enemy, I must fulfill my mission. I will protect you no matter what you may become. Do you mean that even if I've turned into something other than myself?
There's no reply. It's something she shouldn't say. The worst possible scenario. Yes. Even if Miyashiro sides with Mato Sakura. If Mato Sakura recognizes Miyashiro as her enemy, he will become a foreign foe that must be defeated. The girl raises her body and clenches her fists. Ryder's statement hasn't angered her. She's just scared that the assumption might become a reality.
Sakura, what are you doing? You cannot use magic with that body of yours.
Ignoring Ryder, the girl raises her hand in the darkness. The magical energy runs through it for only an instant. When the light fades, the only thing different is her left hand.
Sakura, this is my last command spell. Please, Ryder, please protect Senpai until the end, no matter what happens in the future.
The girl gives her final order. The command spell is gone from Mato Sakura's hand.
I'll stop, grandfather. This is a problem between me and the Mato family. I know it's too late, but I can't cause any more trouble.
The girl holds her chest as she calls. Her eyes light up in the darkness. They are weak, but they are eyes of determination that belongs to a magus.
Okay.
Oh my god. It keeps getting worse. Heaven's Field, Day 14, Servant Eater.
Still a dream. I'm fucking... Okay, sorry, this has some big implications. Things just got really strange.
Yeah. Jesus fucking Christ. I wake up at the same time as usual. It's before 6 o'clock. The day is dawning, and the sky is filled with grey clouds again. I don't feel any pain from my left arm. There's no one in the living room. I should make breakfast before Tosuka wakes up. The news is on. It's becoming my daily routine to check the news in the morning. This is the biggest warning you can give, even with the real Tanua filters. What comes up is going to be extremely trigger-inducing. Okay, everyone be fucking ready.
Get on your guard.
Be steeled. There aren't any big stories. I guess it didn't appear last night. She must be in the Black Shadow. Yeah, I guess it doesn't come out every day. I answer, careful not to let my relief show. Yeah? I wouldn't be able to bear hundreds of people getting hurt 2 days in a row. It's past 7. Tosuka and I are the only ones in the living room. Sakura and Illya are both sleeping. I wanted Illya to wake up and come, but Tosuka told me she's tired and I should let her rest. So you should rest too, in preparation for tonight. Tosuka says this out of the blue. Why? It's the creation of our secret weapon. We'll complete the framework today, so we will do the projection tonight. We'll go settle our match with Zouken as soon as we succeed. We can't allow any more victims. No matter what that shadow may be, the Holy Grail War will end once we defeat Zouken. The mysterious shadow should disappear then. Tosuka, you really think the shadow will disappear once the war is over? It will. Whatever it is, I'm sure it appeared because of the Holy Grail. I do not know if it wants the Holy Grail or if the Holy Grail summoned it, but either way, it's here because of the Holy Grail, so it will disappear once the Holy Grail is gone. In short, the shadow will disappear once the war ends. That will happen when the time limit expires, when only one master remains, or when the Holy Grail's vessel dies. Osaka, you already knew what that shadow is. I'm just guessing. It might not disappear even if we do defeat Zouken. It might not disappear even when the war ends. So I'm going to take the surest method. We can't rely on uncertainties like obtaining the Holy Grail ourselves. We have to take down both Zouken and the Shadow with our own powers. Osaka gets up. I do not know why, but she takes the water jug and pajamas I prepare for Sakura. Hey, what are you doing? I'll go see how Sakura's doing. Her room is next to mine, so I'm in a better position to look after her. No, I'll take care of Sakura. Don't be stupid. You didn't get any sleep last night, did you? Can't you tell that you will be a liability in your condition? I didn't get any sleep? Don't be stupid. I slept last night. I don't believe this. You're so tired you didn't even notice it? Jeez, go look at the mirror if you think I'm lying. If you went to nurse Sakura with dark circles around your eyes and looking pale, it will just make her more worried.
What?
Are you serious? Why could I lie? Jesus, go to your room and rest. I'll go get you in the afternoon. Oh, and if you can't go to sleep, I can help you. I don't mind. If you don't mind me copying Ryder, I can put you under for about a day. Copying Ryder means copying her mystic eyes, but as far as I know, Tosaka doesn't have mystic eyes. In short, she's Are you telling me to be your guinea pig? Guinea pig?
Guinea pig.
Exactly. I wasn't interested before, but mystic eyes might not be that bad. I can't do anything on that scale, but I might be able to do something like sleep suggestion. Don't lie. What was that about them not being bad? You just don't want to stay defeated, so you want to learn it too, right? Just be quiet. So what about it? Do you want to try it or not? No, you idiot. I'm having nothing to do with such a dangerous experiment. First of all, if I sleep for a day, I can't wake up until tomorrow morning. Alright. It will be paralysis instead of sleep. If it works too well, I think it will work well on you since you're simple-minded.
Bitch.
Tosaka seems to be convinced. I want to object, but I stay quiet since she might test it on me if I do object. Well, I'm not that sensitive, so I can sleep if I want. You don't have to worry about me. Really? Then can't you rest in your room and let me handle Sakura's scare? Then, Tosaka drops her joking manner and asks me with a very serious eye. I can't answer right away. I want to be with Sakura. But I have other things to do and I can't let Sakura see me if I look as terrible as Tosaka says. I can't trust Tosaka with Sakura scared, so I will take her offer. You're right, then I'll be in my room. I'll bring her lunch and dinner, so can you take care of her for the rest of the time? Yeah, you can leave her to me. I'll scold her and put her back in bed if she tries to get up. So, can't you really sleep by yourself? Don't you want to try it once? You're persistent. I don't want anything dangerous. But thanks, Tosaka. I'm sorry for making you look out for me. Not looking out for you. I'm going. So you go sleep, okay? Tosaka leaps in a hurry. Man, I don't know if she's perceptive or not, nor if she's a good person or a cold person. I hear geniuses tend to leave everyone else behind them, and I'm guessing that's Tosaka's type. Sakura has it tough. I'd never have peace of mind if Tosaka were my older sister. Well, I bet every day would be fun though. Right? That's why I want them back to being sisters as quickly as possible. Sakura and Tosaka can be together again once the war ends, and the promise between their families goes away. The 11-year gap won't be bridged that easily, but I want them to get close enough to laugh together over trivial matters. I'll do anything to help. I think this is the most I can do for Sakura. And for Tosaka too. Sakura's like the only one who can make her look troubled. Oh crap. Just imagine Tosaka smiling happily. I'm sorry, Sakura. Wait, does this count as being unfaithful?
Jesus.
No, more importantly, I can't take it easy forever. Tosaka said she will challenge Zouken tonight. That's bad. The war will end if we defeat Zouken. The Holy Grail will appear once the war ends. No, rather, the Holy Grail will be opened. Zouken said the Holy Grail is a gate. What grants the wishes is not the Holy Grail, but what's inside of it. If that's true, what will happen to Sakura, who is the Holy Grail? Illya said that Sakura loses her human functions as she nears completion as a Holy Grail. So there's only one way to save Sakura. Protect her until the Holy Grail war ends. I don't know how the Holy Grail will appear. I don't know if it appears when there's only one master left, or if the last master summons it. There's no problem if it's the latter. I just have to defeat Zouken, eliminate what's threatening Sakura, and wait for the duration of the war. Tosaka said we will challenge Zouken tonight. Then we can beat Zouken. If she says we're fighting, that means we have a high chance of winning. And there's only one problem. The Black Shadow. Beating Zouken won't make it disappear. It will continue to surface as long as the Holy Grail, Sakura, exists. And it will take many lives every time. Waiting for the deadline means doing nothing about that shadow. I had to defeat it. I had to defeat the shadow myself. That's the only possible choice. But can I beat it? If that thing came from the Holy Grail, the shadow should not have a concept of death. If I'm to eliminate it, I have to eliminate the projector, Sakura herself, or destroy the main body that's sending magical energy to the projector. Main body. Huh? I don't think such a thing exists. But I can't come up with any effective plans unless I assume so. Content of the Holy Grail. Zouken implanted within Sakura a piece of the Holy Grail that was shattered in the previous war. Or did it contain anything back then? Oh. Wait a minute. Zouken said he made the crestworm from a piece of the Holy Grail. Kotomine. He didn't notice that? No way. He extracted some crestworms from Sakura. He removed just a small quantity, but he treated Sakura's body. There's no way he wouldn't notice. He's the supervisor of the Holy Grail War, and he was one of the last surviving masters in the previous war. Then he should know what's wrong with her body. I ran out the door. Compelled by the sudden insight, I can only think about the priest. Why didn't I realize it earlier? If I just thought about it, I could have seen it right away. A shadow that appears as Sakura's subconscious form. That man should know what's inside the Holy Grail. Oh boy.
This is bad.
Huh. Is that Shiro that just went outside? Tosaka Rin wonders about the sound from the front door. She looks out the window and, sure enough, sees him running down the hill. That idiot! I told him to rest, but he never listens to people! He stops filling prescriptions and gets up. Sakura's medicine is important, but stopping Shiro comes first. Man, warning is going one ear and out the other for him. He doesn't even realize how exhausted he is. She dashes down the stairs. She hurries to the entrance to quickly follow after Shiro. Oh, before that, she has to check on Sakura just in case. She hasn't given her the water jug or the pajamas since she was planning to bring them with the medicine. She hasn't taken her temperature either. Shiro's recklessness angers her, but she can't scold Shiro if she ignores Sakura. Well, it seems like she's sleeping. It's only been a minute. Shiro should quickly lose his breath, stop, and rest at the bottom of the hill. He shouldn't even be able to run a kilometer in his condition. The worst part is that he doesn't even realize it. If she runs, she can catch up with him in no time. Of the people in the house right now, she has the most energy. It's natural that the strongest one looks after the weakest members.
Oh no.
I'm coming in, Sakura. She goes in without waiting for a reply. I'm going outside. I won't be long, so keep resting. I'll leave your change of clothes here, so... She stops her sentence. And... Crap. You did it, Sakura. Rin punches the wall hard enough to break it. Mato Sakura isn't in the room. The one in bed is not her. You've fallen for, Rider. I never thought I'd see a servant sleep in a bed pretending to be her master.
I wasn't willing, but this is an order. But this is your carelessness. Please do not push your responsibility onto me.
Well said. She's the one causing us the trouble. She grits her teeth. If they didn't have a similar hair color. Rin glares at Ryder with hostility, and Ryder ignores it coolly.
Jessica Rin, if there is a next time, set a better observer. You cannot deceive Sakura with a mere jadebird familiar. She does not match you in ability, but her instincts are as good as yours.
I see. Thanks for the advice. But I guess that's not all, huh?
Of course not. Sakura instructed you, Rumi, not to let you out of the house until she returns.
Rin clacks her tongue. She can't do anything now. By herself, she cannot defeat or escape from Ryder. She can only stay here, just as Sakura planned. I'm really pissed. He tried to help her since she can't handle it by herself, but now she's gone alone to settle things?
Are you not going to resist? It's good to be graceful, but this is unexpected.
I just don't have to go outside, right? I can match you, so I'll stay quiet until she comes home. She sighs and leans against the wall. There's no will to fight. Rin relaxes, looks down, and... But Ryder? She won't come back? No. Even if she does come back, she won't be the Mato Sakura we know. Mentions the worst possible future with a gold voice of Omegas. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's happening.
It's all getting worse.
You're
not allowed to back interlude me.
Ah,
I'm gonna throw up.
ah. My chest hurts. My heart has been sending me a danger signal for a while now. Thump, thump, splat, thump. The heart spits out blood to the rest of the body, raging around as though saying it will, if it moves anymore. Ah, ah, ah. My throat hurts. It feels like I'm swallowing needles every time I take a breath. So it's too scary to breathe. I'm already oxygen deprived, so intentionally limiting my breathing is like suicide. Ah, ah, ah. My limbs don't move well because they lack oxygen. I made it this far with unsteady steps, but I might fall unconscious at any time. That thought brings back my strength. I can't fall here. Sneaking out would become meaningless. I need to settle my match. I have to stop the old man that made me a master, even if it cost me my life. I steady my breathing. It's fine. It's not hard. It might be hard for others, but it's no problem for me. I just have to look at him, like I do every night at dinner, and shake my head. And that old man's scheme will end. I don't think about what will happen to me after I disobey the monster. If I do, I won't be able to go through with it. So I stop thinking too much. Fortunately, the memory in my head is vague. I won't remember what I'm doing now in the next instant, so the fear is relatively small. God, oh God. Help me, help me, help me.
I can't. We're in this together.
I walk through my house, which I haven't been in for a few days. A dark house. I look through my scattering memory but can't remember the house ever being bright. Just like always. It's damp, degenerate and viscous like always. But... no way. Why? But it's not as expected. Grandfather's presence is not in the house. The world's presence cannot be felt anywhere. Oh wait, that's you, right. I was so caught up.
No offense taken.
I hold myself upright and look around the empty living room. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. That old man is not in the house. His laughing voice is not in the basement.
No way. Why?
Doesn't make sense. Grandfather, Zouken wants me back. But he couldn't do anything until now because I was at the Emilia household. So now should be his best chance. He will definitely come and try to turn me into a holy grail if I'm alone. So why isn't he coming out? My consciousness is fading away. That's bad. I have to see Zouken before I fall asleep. Before Miyashiro goes into action. I have to see him and end it right now. It will all be over once I see him, so why isn't he appearing today of all days?
He should know.
Right. There's no way he doesn't know. He's always watching me. He can find me no matter where I hide or how far I run. He knows he can easily catch and control me. He never considers the possibility that I might resist. He only treats me as a tool.
So why?
There's no way he doesn't know. It shouldn't even be a matter that priest removed some of my crestworm. Because that's just insurance. He's watching my actions using a more reliable method. He knows my current condition. He's even listening to my heartbeat. He knows I'm alone here and that I left Ryder behind. Because he's...
Sakura.
Sakura.
A voice comes from right behind me. And...
Nissan?
right when I realize it's Nissan and I turn around... Oh! Oh!
Oh no!
Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't stop until I reach the church. Nothing in chat. Silence, all of you. We're just going. We're just... You're just going. I don't stop until I reach the church. I was breathing hard when I was running down the hill, but my fatigue went away by the time I got to the intersection. Even I'm surprised by how well I'm doing. Even though I took the shortest route, I ran full speed for 5 kilometers from my house to the church. Wait, this is no time to be amazed at myself. I head to the entrance. I pull myself together, readying myself to have Kotomine talk if he knows everything. The priest is in the chapel. It seems like he's been waiting for me.
Oh, what's wrong, Miyashiro? I didn't think you were admirable enough to come pray to God when you were at a loss. Did you change your religious beliefs?
And he offers an absurd welcome. Shut up! I do not have time for your sarcasm. If you want to make small talk, do it alone.
Oh, I see. You seem disturbed. I'm surprised you made it here in your condition. Why don't we go to the back if it's going to be a long conversation? It must be hard for you to stand on your feet.
I'm fine. Just answer me, Kotomine. You knew that Sakura is a holy grail, right?
Of course. I opened her body, after all. I knew that she is a black holy grail that Mato Zouken coordinated.
The priest plainly answers. As if it's not a big deal. You know what that means? My head boils up in an instant. I try to be calm, but Kotomine's reply shatters my composure.
Yes, I knew better than you what that meant. If we let Mato Sakura live, she would end up killing many people. That is why I warned you. I asked you if she was worth keeping alive.
I stop. He's right. Kotomine did warn me back then. He saved her, but he kept repeating that keeping her alive was a mistake. Then why did you save Sakura? I only wanted to protect her, but you did not have a reason to.
I do have a reason. Like you, I did not want to let Mato Sakura die. I could not leave the new life within her to die. Humans die. Sakura's death would be only natural. Were she the only one to die, I would never have gone to such lengths.
If Sakura were the only one to die? In short, he's saying he saved Sakura to save that black shadow?
That is exactly right, Miyashiro. It is the law of nature for people to die from wounds. But you cannot kill what has not yet come into existence. You protected Mato Sakura to save her. I saved Mato Sakura to protect the darkness that she conceived.
We are different.
We are not the same.
We're not the same.
That is my motive. We had different goals, but we both needed the girl to live. Are you dissatisfied with the result?
I'm not dissatisfied. No matter what his intentions were, I had no choice but to ask for his help back then. And he sacrificed his entire magic crest to save Sakura. I should at least thank him for the result. You're right. I am not interested in what your motives are. But let me ask you, if you're saying that, you must know what that thing is.
You must mean the shadow threatening the town. Well, I have an idea. But what about you? What do you think it is?
Zouken said it's the contents of the grail. He said that what's inside the holy grail is coming out through Sakura.
You asked him yourself, eh? I see. That is certainly something he might think of. So do you believe everything he said? Do you believe the shadow is the contents of the Holy Grail appearing through Mato Sakura, and that it will continue to kill people as long as she is alive?
I won't trust Zouken, but his explanation matches the facts. I have to admit that Sakura and that shadow are related.
Yes, Zouken's explanation contains no lie, but he is not telling you the whole truth either. The power in the Holy Grail is colorless. It is colorless, so it will never attack people on its own. Power without direction only disperses.
Huh. What he's saying makes sense. First of all, why is something that's leaked out of the gate indiscriminately attacking people? What's going on? Why is it attacking people?
I do not even need to mention why. There exists something that kills people inside the Holy Grail. That is the only possible explanation.
Huh? Something that kills people? That thing inside the Holy Grail and ruining Sakura? My vision wavers. This is too ridiculous to be true. But didn't I? Look up at such a thing 10 years ago? That makes even less sense. If the Holy Grail's power is colorless, something that has a purpose like killing people shouldn't exist in it.
Correct. It is something that should not exist. It is a contradiction that should never have been created. But it is definitely there, within the Holy Grail. 10 years ago, I already told you how Kiritsugu and I fought for the Holy Grail. Its contents were already tainted at that time. The power that should have been colorless was instead a swirl that interpreted everything as slaughter. But it is a big enough swirl of magical energy to grant wishes. That function has not been lost. The only problem is that its idea of happiness is to use evil to expose the good. That's why it brought on that tragic fire 10 years ago. I still found the Holy Grail worthy, but Kiritsugu destroyed it, unable to accept its evil. I need not remind you of the result. My servant was showered with its tainted contents, and the mud that leaked from the Holy Grail burned the town and caused many deaths. You should remember the scene.
Oh, he does.
He thinks about it all the time, actually.
Yeah, I did see it. I saw the cause of it. And that a black hole is.
Yes, it is a gate called the Holy Grail. How ironic. The cup that receives the purest souls. That pure object was completely tainted when a small amount of poison was mixed into it. It is colorless, after all. No matter how deep and magnificent the Holy Grail may have been, it was powerless against a colored foreign substance.
Foreign substance? That's what caused the content of the Holy Grail to change colors?
Most likely. The Einsburns summoned something they should not have on the third ritual. As a result, an impurity was introduced into the Holy Grail War, the ritual they had prepared. 50 years passed between the third and fourth wars, yet the impurity that had waited for so long for its birth still could not emerge into the outside world. The fourth Holy Grail was too narrow. The war reached its deadline with Archer and Saber still remaining, and the Holy Grail was not complete. The gate did open, but Kiritsugu instantly destroyed it.
Impurity? And that guy's the main body of the Black Shadow?
That guy is hardly the proper term. Even if the contents of the Holy Grail are tainted, it is still only a swirl of raw power. What's inside is magical energy with a direction. It is a cursed swirl that is specialized and directed at killing people. It's a pure evil that is the embodiment of human evil.
I love this so much. Remember the conversations we were having about evil at the beginning of this route?
That is the phenomenon inside the Holy Grail, the main body of the shadow roaming the town at night. Well, it's still only an expected baby that cannot even produce the shadow without Mato Sakura.
Expected baby? Don't be ridiculous. Are you saying Sakura has to give birth to something mysterious like that?
No, it will appear from her body. It will appear from her body if she is a legitimately made Holy Grail. But she's special. That thing is trying to consume her and become the gate itself. Its birth. It's trying to come into this world by transferring its power to her. It is power without a body. It has no need for a human form. It can exist in this world if someone inherits its power. The content of the Holy Grail is not leaking out. It is an evil that is trying to bring itself into the world by permeating Mato Sakura. Therefore, the Black Shadow is not the contents of the Holy Grail. It is already Mato Sakura herself. It is permeating into the Master, and once the power is completely succeeded, she will turn into the Shadow.
Hold on. Hold on a minute, Kotomine. Even if you say that, I can't think straight.
It was an incomplete Holy Grail from the start. No, she had already made the contract when the tainted Holy Grail from the last war was used. It would not have ended this way if the Einsburn's Holy Grail were used. It would have been filled with curses, but they would not be compatible.
Shut up. First of all, your talks are too long. You should keep things simple, like how that shadow isn't Sakura's subconscious. That's what Zouken said, but the shadow is attacking people because that's its nature. Sakura, it's not something she wished for.
The curse swirling within the Holy Grail. The curse would not have been able to take form unless the Holy Grail was compatible with it. Instead, it connected with something that could give it shape. It would not have taken a definite form if it were a normal Holy Grail, such as Einsburn's gold or bronze using a body of a magus. It is a curse that has mass, after all. In some cases, it might turn into an expanding lump of flesh.
Hi, Senji.
Hi, Shinji.
I said I do not care about things that don't concern us. Get to the point. Let me know the conclusion.
Stop
I thought I
yapping.
could save Sakura if I defeated the Shadow. I thought I could save her if I could defeat it before Sakura completely turned into the Holy Grail. But if that Shadow is Sakura herself...
The curse obtained a host named Mato Sakura. She is a human who was raised to be a magic circuit embedded with the sense of touch that leaked out during the previous war. The more she opens the gate as the Holy Grail, the more she will combine with what's inside. But do not worry. So long as she retains her sanity, the shadow will remain a shadow. No matter how much the curse may contaminate her, she still has command. As long as she tries to close the gate as a Holy Grail, the content will stay in her and not be able to escape outside. It is the same as the relationship between a servant and his master. The servant, the curse, cannot use its power unless its master, Mato Sakura, allows it. One cannot overturn this relationship, no matter how strong one may be. Mato Sakura's sanity obstructs the curse's desire to kill people. Mato Sakura can accept the curse as a part of her, or her sanity can cave into the magical energy of the curse. The darkness in her will be given birth the instant either occurs. She is the shadow already. Even if the war were over, you could never return her to her original form.
That means... when I defeat that black shadow and see its corpse, Sakura's body will come out from beneath its darkness. I thought my heart stopped. I clutched my chest and forced myself to breathe. Then, letting Sakura live means...
Letting that black shadow emerge. Her mind will eventually die, and hell will take form. Well, I did not think her body could endure it, but you have done well, Miyashiro. She is still functioning as the Holy Grail, thanks to you.
You want to turn Sakura into a monster?
Yes. Of course. No matter what it may be, we cannot stop it as long as it has the will to be born. Oh, his whole monologue at the start. And do not misunderstand, Miyashiro. You call it a monster when it has not even come into this world?
Of course, that shadow is a devil. It's a devil that's killing people without limit.
You are rushing to conclusions. Good and evil are what we decide on after it occurs. Nobody can deny what has yet to exist. Or what? Are you saying the son of a criminal will definitely be a criminal, so we should kill him before he is born?
Huh? How ridiculous! That thing is a killer by its very nature. And in reality, it is killing people.
That is your mistake. The shadow has only been created from the host, Mato Sakura. What is about to be born from the Holy Grail is something different. That shadow is merely using Mato Sakura to suck lives needed for its birth. It is the same as a baby that wants to live. You cannot judge it to be good or evil, as it is doing so unconsciously.
Of course the Catholic priest is pro-life. Shut the fuck up.
Everyone shut the fuck up.
Don't be stupid, people are dying.
True, it shall receive punishment for its crime, but that is after it is born. Nobody can deny its existence right now. You cannot reject that which has not yet been born and cannot be punished. Look, a clear evil does not exist in this world. But if there is an evil in this world, would it not be the act of denying what is about to be born?
I swallow my words. It's not that I agree with Koromine that Sakura should become the Countess of the Holy Grail, but condemning him won't change anything, let alone save Sakura. Kotomine, is your intention to have Sakura turn into the Holy Grail? I ask with hostility. It's a question to clarify your positions, a statement made too late to be a declaration of hostility.
I said that is why I saved her. I will bless whatever is born. Just as you protect Mato Sakura, I will protect the embryo.
I see. Does that mean you're our enemy?
Of course. But it's not that I want Mato Sakura's life, or that I want the Holy Grail's power like Mato Zouken. I will only protect what lies within the Holy Grail after it has been born. If the mother, Mato Sakura, should reject the child before it is born, I will respect her decision. So he is pro-choice.
He is pro-choice! There's no lie in his words. His priest does not care who wins the Holy Grail War. All he wants is the result. He just wants to see what appears after Zouken or I remain. He has no intention of forcing Sakura and altering her. He's saying he will save Sakura only when we're unable to save her and when she turns into something else. Alright? I won't do anything to you as long as you're just watching. No matter your intentions, you have saved Sakura's life. That's all I care about right now.
I see. All I did was save the body of the mother. But I will not say anything if that is what you think. Well, is that all? Then go back to Mato Sakura. This is no time for her to be left alone.
The priest is worrying about Sakura's health. No, her mind. We're clearly enemies, yet I still can't tell for certain. No, I want to ask one more thing. This will probably be my last question.
Oh, if that's the case, I cannot refuse. Alright, I shall listen.
Kotomine, can Sakura be saved? The atmosphere changes. The pressure from the priest increases as he gives me advice.
There is a way, but the success rate is about 50-50. The person called Mato Sakura will disappear once she is complete as a Holy Grail, but if her mind can endure the power from the Holy Grail for a bit, that small amount of time will be your hope. A few seconds at most. You will need to control the Holy Grail and use its power to eliminate what is within her. In short, you're using brute force. You just need to use the Holy Grail to kill the baby within her, and the crestworm that is transforming her. The Holy Grail is tainted, but it still has the power to grant wishes. If it is used to kill, it can kill any form of life.
So it all comes down to the Holy Grail, huh? From the start, this war is...
Yes, it all comes down to obtaining the Holy Grail.
Goodbye, Feifei.
But watch out. You're directing the power of the Holy Grail at itself. A normal magus would not be able to control the magical energy, and it could end up repeating the disaster that occurred 10 years ago. Not only that, it is madness to try and take control of the Holy Grail in only a few seconds. It's a miracle you will never achieve by yourself.
But that's the only way, right? Then I will do it. And if that's the case, I do have one hope.
He's got the arm. Oh. I see. You have Rin. Rin is Mato Sakura's older sister. It should be possible to tune with her sister's mind and moderate the reaction from the Holy Grail. But I do not think Rin would go with such a ridiculous gamble.
That's true. I will have to convince her to change her course of action once I get home. It's fine. That's my problem. Well, bye. I hate to say it, but thanks. I don't approve of your opinion, but I will thank you.
Hold on. I answered your question, so I have something to ask of you as well.
I stop. I don't want to, but it's nothing if I can't return the favor. What? You're the one that said this is it. Make it short.
Well, let's say by some chance you do save Mato Sakura with this method. But are you fine with that, Miyashiro? Even if Mato Sakura is not a Holy Grail anymore, it will not change the fact that she ate humans. Are you going to protect such a sin?
It stops. My heart freezes.
You are not the only one who cannot bear it. Mato Sakura has killed many. I do not think she will be able to forgive herself.
That's...
It must be painful to commit a crime and live on knowing you cannot atone for it. Then is it not better to just kill her? It is less painful that way, and it will be an apology to all who she has killed.
That's right. The chain would end right there. It doesn't matter if she intended to or not. No matter the reason, the assailant must be punished. If she took lives, she must repay the victims with something of equal value. So kill. My morals tell me I must kill Sakura if I truly pity the victims. Not only that, if I can't save Sakura and she becomes a Holy Grail, nothing can stop her. Many more lives will be lost. Just like that day. Innocent people will die without knowing the meaning of their death. I swallow the gastric juice coming out my throat. My eyes become bloodshot. I might bleed out of my eyes. I slash the pressure with thousands of swords and... Right. But that won't be atonement. I confess that I will still protect Sakura.
I see. So that means you will not follow Emiya Kiritsugu's path.
He talks as if he's disinterested. The priest regards me with a bored expression, as if disappointed. Father's path?
That's right. Your father loved humans. Higher, wider, farther. He loved humans as they go over their limits without end. That's why he turned himself into the definite evil. That man would have killed Mato Sakura. He threw away his human emotions for the sake of justice.
Is that any different from you? Casting away one person's happiness for the sake of justice for many people's happiness?
No. What you people call happiness did not bring me joy.
Huh? That's not a reply. No, more than that. He's not even looking at me.
Right. We were different. He threw away what he had, but I had nothing to throw away. The result was the same, but the process was completely different. His existence was too unpleasant. His agony was truly unpleasant. If he went to such lengths to cast it away, he should never have had it in the first place. But still, he agonized over his decision, trying to pick it back up after he threw it away, as if saying that is the correct way for humans to live. The difference was crucial. Yes, if I cannot obtain anything, why was I born into this world?
The priest's words are not directed at anyone, but they contain anger. They contain emotion, which I thought this man did not have.
Come to think of it, there is no way you can succeed, Kiritsugu. He did what was necessary by throwing things away, but you insist on having it both ways. You are similar to me. You died once and broke down when you were resurrected. It is posteriori. But you are like me, a defect from birth.
What part of me is broken?
Oh, buddy.
Everything?
You just do not realize it. You have no concept of self, so I did not think you would concern yourself with a single person. No, rather...
You are not concerned about many, but concerned about all as if they were only one. Yes. Totomine Kiri sounds almost envious as he speaks to himself.
Anyway, I will not stop you if you plan to save Mato Sakura in spite of everything. Be burdened with as much sin as you want. But let me warn you. If you want to save Mato Sakura in any way, you will need to kill Mato Zouken. He will take over her body after her mind disappears. You will not be able to save her after that.
You mean Zouken will take over Sakura?
Yes, his main body is a parasite. I do not know where the worm with his soul exists, but it's easy for him to take over another's body as long as it is alive. He is immortal in a way. You cannot completely eliminate him, unless you find that tiny main body or purify his soul itself.
I see. That's actually a relief. I had to defeat Zouken either way.
I see. It is certainly easy to understand. Defeat Mato Zouken and make Mato Sakura the winner. Control the holy grail that appears, and purify Mato Sakura's body. So that is your course of action.
I don't want to, but I nod. The plan should be simple, like Kotomine said.
This is just my personal opinion, but Mato Sakura's mind is surprisingly strong, and too well suited to the curse and the holy grail.
Isn't this a nice break from the heartbreaking Sakura scene emotions? If Rin is... Oh, you.
If Rin is the positive, she is the negative. 1 second.
Take your time.
If Mato Zouken made a mistake, it is right there. That black shadow has developed Mato Sakura over his expectations. That must be why he contacted you. Protect Mato Sakura. If she can survive the emergence, she should not die.
I don't say anything, but not back. Totomine wants Sakura to change, but he's still much better than Zouken. You won't get to take any part in this. I won't let such a mysterious thing be born.
That's the spirit. Whatever happens, do not let Zouken have her.
With a snort, I turn back to him. My back to him. I have no business here. I had to quickly go back to Sakura. Okay, so... should we stop here, or...?
Fucking timing-wise, we should, but I so don't want to.
if you have time to keep going a little bit more, I wouldn't mind, but I do not want to put the pressure on you.
I don't think I can timing-wise. Which sucks. I don't want to stop.
It's so much.
Everything's so going off. This is nightmarish.
This is the worst possible case scenario.
Like...
You could recommend not stopping or not going, which are very different things.
Whatever you recommend, my choice is already made.
Yeah. Oh.
I fucking... Jesus Christ. I'm so excited. Everything's bad. Everything's awful. Shinji's back, and it's in the worst possible scenario.
He has fucking Sakura!
Again.
Oh my god almighty.
It's cruel that we have to wait.
So like next episode is gonna be a big one, I feel.
Oh yeah. Good God.
Good fucking god. I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah, for real, for real.
Also, yeah, I will send Anya the... Those are the endings of the first and second movie, right? Sung by Aimer. Aimer? I don't know. But I definitely will.
I'm like out of things to say. This is all so bad. It's literally all so bad.
Oh. It's like... You know... Oh, it's everything. Everything is bad. She's a holy grail too, you know?
Yeah, this is great. This is just fantastic. Yeah, you know it's good when Sidani's not giving commentary. Just locked in.
Locked in, getting it twisted. So, for next, what is your expectation for what we're going towards?
All right, so let's. Oh gosh. So now my first thought, the thing that's most pressing on my mind, is I'm thinking that whatever is going on with Shinji and Sakura is gonna be bad. I get the feeling that that's going to be a difficult asterisk, very fun asterisk, terrible scene to read.
The fact that you are both Shinji and Sakura, though.
No, I've been spoiled. I'm really excited. I'm very, very hype about the fact that Ryder is keeping Tosuka confined to the house. That makes it interesting. Also, yes, Sidani. It was a very intentional word.
Mm. Can I just say, I know, like, I know that she just agreed to stay put until Sakura came back, if she comes back, right? But also the fact that Ryder was almost disappointed she didn't even struggle a little bit, like. Her main weapon is chains.
She's just like blink, blink, blink. Oh, okay. I guess that's fine.
Like,
and
I guess
yeah,
I don't have to tie you down.
I'm sure whatever happens will be absolutely awful, and I'll need like a bath afterwards.
Oh my god, I'm losing my fucking mind. Oh my god. I can't. My mind, my brain. Everything.
It's like there's not even much to say about like predictions at this point. It's just hands off the wheel. Like, yeah, we're going wherever this takes us, I guess.
Yeah, like, okay, like at this point we are in the, like, we're watching the car of the roller coaster getting up to the edge of the hill, and we can only wait for the drop.
I was gonna say, like, we are foot in the door of the end game. It was Kodamine's route all along.
Rejoice, my boy, for you can romance me as well.
And God, fucking, I love Kodamine so much. Having his actual, like, philosophy laid out and explored in this route has made him so infinitely compelling to me.
He just wants to bless the birth of whatever is coming from the grail.
It's like, it's the way he sees himself as what a priest is, but to evil. Like, he sees himself as almost like the equivalent role for wretched things. And I think that is amazing.
God. Also the extra recontextualization, like, hey, it's not just, like, I'm sure Zouken was lying there, and the worms definitely have things to do there, but it's definitely also the fact that she's a grail. I hadn't... Okay, like, I knew, right? Like, I knew. Like, I have even heard before Sakura being referred to in terms of a grail, but I was thinking of it in metaphorical sense. And somehow I didn't think about the fact that the shadow has literally been absorbing servants.
Yeah.
She's a vessel too. Holy shit.
And also, fuck, I was gonna make a point and I forgot.
No, I'm so sorry.
But I think it was very early on in the start of the VN, I was talking to my housemate, and we were talking about the shadow, and one of us called the theory that it was like, oh, that's the Holy Grail. It's trying to swallow all the servants and, like, take them, because we knew that's what the Grail did. And it's finding out how shockingly close that was.
Yeah, it is a Grail.
Like, it is, like, correct... asterisk.
In the anime movie dream sequence, there are 4 plushes that are in the river that Sakura crosses: a lion, a dog, a fox, and a bear. Oh my god, it's the servants. I hadn't thought about it. That's servants.
I noticed.
Oh my fucking god. I like the implication that that Medea is a foxy MILF.
Foxy MILF. Foxy grandma. Oh, thank you so much for having me along on this ride. I know I say it every week. I literally have to because it just keeps getting better.
Yeah, okay, so like, you keep thanking me for that, but I need to also thank you right back because I went into this VN thinking I knew what I was getting into, and if I was reading this on my own, I could be 10 times as horrified as I am right now.
I remember that fateful day that you were talking to me about something in FGO, and I was like, man, Fate seems really cool. I'd like to get into it. And you just go, so I was thinking about doing like a read of Stay Night on stream. Do you want to come along? Like, no pressure.
Have I ever told you about why I asked you?
Why?
Because you liked what I was telling you about Fate specifically, but originally I had intended of bringing Jackie along.
I
But
see.
But we couldn't get the schedules to align, and Jackie seemed far less interested. So when I was talking to you about Fate stuff and seeing how into it you were, but like we didn't have like the entry point into it, I was like, hey, what if I ask her? And I love Jackie. I'm sorry, Jackie, but this was the correct choice.
Alright, also, if I had to give, like, equivalent in Tsukihime regarding my emotional state, which is an interesting question,
Ooh.
probably towards the end of Akiha's Roots is about where my brain's at.
I don't
have-
even know what this means.
I have that same level of tension and, oh, this is not going to go well no matter what happens. And also, there's a lot of overlap, actually, now that I think about it, between Akiha and Sakura.
Oh boy.
Hang on a second.
Boy.
Wait, actually, yeah, hang on. I'm pulling all these parallels that I did not even think about till literally just now.
I need you to understand. I need you to understand that there's a chart about what each character in the Fate series is, and there's like, this is a Saber, this is a Sakura, this is a Shiro, and it all comes back to fucking Mahono Tsukai no Yoru with, I don't remember her name, but like Nasu has a feel and a type.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
I'd
you.
be really interested to see that chart, actually.
Also, I've mentioned before, but the biggest story section in FGO, that is my favorite, that everyone loves, and that Nasu wrote that has a lot of parallels to Fate, has a lot of characters in it where you kind of go in like, oh, this is like the Saber, but also he's like doing this with it, and this is like the Archer, but he's doing this with it. And I need you to know that I've tried to put a character to each of them, and I keep coming with like, this is a Saber, but also an Archer, but also a Sakura. This, but also this, but also a like every single one of them is Sakura's.
This conversation with you and I is feeling like the Calvin and Hobbes comic.
Which one?
The one where it's like, oh, this. Despite having purple hair, this character is actually a Saber. Baiken and Anji, Yuri. Baiken and Ino, Yaoi.
I fucking love that meme. Castoria is a Saber who is also Sakura. I could say Castoria is a Saber who is also Archer, who is also Sakura, specifically. Morgan is a Sakura who's also Saber. Yeah, I do get that. Yeah.
Fucking... Fate's so cool.
It's so good.
Like, I know that's such a reductive thing to say, but at a certain point I've run out of compliments to give it, but I need to express my love.
I mentioned this to Sadani specifically. I was talking with him earlier. I keep being impressed every single time about this fucking VN. And like, obviously, like, okay, there's nothing wrong with old media, and obviously much old media is like classics for a reason. But like, I did not expect this degree of depth and well-handling of extremely heavy and intense topics, specifically having held up to today's standard as much. Like, it's generally so compelling, so good, and like, it's not perfect by any means, but it's so good.
Reading stuff like this, or watching anything from these times, generally carries a lot of, okay, it's a product of the times. There's some choice moments in Tsukihime that are mildly problematic, to say the least. But I'm shocked how little of that there's actually been in Fate, and how tastefully it's touched on some really dark shit in like a
Yeah.
very well written way. And even when stuff is just bad and
Yeah.
continuing to get worse, it's never melodramatic, it's always just dramatic.
Visual novels are a pretty amazing medium. They really are. They have been.
I think they might be my favorite.
I need to keep coding. I need to keep coding.
When you and I start making stuff together, the world's gonna be over.
You know what? This is not a bad time to just say it explicitly like that, huh? Because I don't think chat knows.
No, we've kept this pretty under wraps.
We may be doing some things.
Maybe we're doing some stuff.
Maybe I have spent the past half year coding a fucking VN engine.
I still like look at our giant fucking design doc like all the time. It's so sick.
I need to really finish it up. I still need to implement the music and sounds. It's the only thing I have for the skeleton of it.
So close.
So look forward to that.
Regardless, I should probably get going. It is about dinner time, and I need to go refuel, if you will.
Yeah, go fill your tummy and don't think about Sakura filling it with anything else or anyone else. Don't worry about it.
Why not? why shouldn't I?
Oh God, all fucking mighty! Sakura is going to be the death of me.
Yes, I think she's literally going to be the death of Shiro. Like, I mean, okay. Given how miserable some of the endings of Tsukihime are, I'm expecting this one to be maybe awful.
Okay, so like, this is one thing where I can tell you, because I do not know myself how Heaven Seal ends. I know there's 2 endings, I think, and I do not know exactly what happens in either of them. I don't have high hopes for Shiro.
I have really low expectations as to how this is going to turn out to him. There are some genuinely grim conclusions in Tsukihime, so I know anything might be on the table.
Yeah, it's like, and it's also like, okay. The big thing to take away from everything we've seen today specifically, today has been hammering a singular thing, right? And that is, saving Sakura is impossible, but Shiro is someone who doesn't care that the impossible is before him, and he will keep pushing for it. That has been explicitly what this day today has told us. And
go ahead, sorry.
And I do not know whether the moral of the story is going to be Shiro giving everything up to make a miracle happen and he dies and she's saved, or if it's going to show the futility of his actions and she actually can be like, I don't even know if Sakura is going to be fucking saved.
The situation with Shiro and Sakura is reminiscent of Shiki and Akiha. And both of those endings, I think, are like some of the worst ones in the game. Like, just existentially miserable. So I'm really excited to see if it lives up to my expectations in that regard.
And I keep... and as is being mentioned in chat, like, there's the Chekhov's gun of the arm right there. But also, I don't know what the game is going to do with it, because it could be both the inevitability of he has to use it, and in using it, things get better for everyone, but he still dies. Or it's this about him pushing the impossible, and he learns to control it. I don't know.
Well, okay. My theory about the arm is that's what he's going to use when trying to control the grail. Just based off of this conversation, because like can't like only servants interact with it, so he's got the servant arm. Like that's just what makes sense to me.
Not a bad thought, actually. You're right there.
That's my call.
But also, I don't... Because, okay, let's be real. Every single rule of the Holy Grail War has been violated in some way before.
Literally every one of them is fake.
And many of them have been explicitly said as they are literally fake and embarrassed to keep up the facade, and the actual stuff going on is way deeper. Like, we have been told this. So, I'm wondering if the touching of the Grail is just like the calling / summoning, or like, because, like, it's opening already. We're seeing Sakura, like, it's opening already. Like, I don't think anyone needs to help Sakura open that right now. So I don't know if once it's open, it's actually a physical thing that can, like, be interacted with in that sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe at that point, the metaphysic of servant and human don't quite matter because it's already opened.
Oh, I don't want to wait a week. God damn it.
Also, I really like the vibe of, oh yeah, the Holy Grail was a colorless source of mana, but something colored it. If something was summoned that shouldn't have been summoned, and it just tainted it. No matter how vast the resource, if it's colorless, if you add a color, it's gonna spread, it's gonna take on the hue.
I think too about how early on, just like as we're learning more about what this is, it provides more and more context for Archer's reaction to seeing the shadow, where he just goes like, "Oh fuck this thing, this is bad."
Like, and okay, and like, there is a part of me that like, he absolutely knew it was Sakura too, immediately,
sure.
Instinctively, in the instant. So like, imagine this, right? You are Shiro and Miya. You have gone through your life in like an alternate timeline. You have become a kind of like a sort of Kiritsugu-like figure, and in the end of your life, you make a contract with the world, and you start being just fucking bounce around disastrous fucking happenings. And eventually, somehow, instead of being summoned by the world, you're summoned by a Holy Grail to a Holy Grail War, in which your younger self is participating, and it's already fucked and weird, but then you see the girl that you likely... Like, I don't even know what the situation between Sakura and Emilia in his timeline would have been like, but like, the seeing of this person of his past suddenly as a step into creating a fucking calamity is like, I can't even imagine what must have been going through his fucking brain.
Fucking right. Fucking nobody tell them I'm gonna fight you physically.
Did they establish which Holy Grail summoned him? Likely the regular one. Like, Sakura has been built up as a Grail, but she wasn't like we saw the explicit moment where she was like opened as the Black Grail. It was the moment where Zouken manipulated her and made her think about bad things about Rin, because she saw Shiro's fucking command spell, and she knew that he was a master, and he was like, surely Rin is going to just fucking kill everyone, and she was like, I don't want that to happen to Senpai, and it just fucking clicked in her brain.
Yeah. Okay, I really do have to get going. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, chat, for watching. Can't wait for fucking next week, and Whack, I'll be in your DMs freaking out.
Yeah, please scream at me.
Bye-bye.
At lunch. Bye-bye. Oh my god, we're one episode away. Oh my god, we're one episode away. Oh my god, it's happening. Oh my god, it's happening next time. Holy fucking shit. Oh my god, it's happening next time. It's finally happening, chat. Oh my god, it's finally happening next time. One more stream. One more fucking stream, it's happening. I'm like, I'm so ready. I need to see her. Holy fucking shit. Oh my god. She's incoming. Oh my god. One scene and then it happens. Yeah, I know exactly what happens actually. I mean, I don't know, but like I can already see it because I know one event that's gonna happen. I know one thing that's gonna happen. So we now have Shiro's coming back. Shiro's going to come back to Ryder and Rin, who are still there, and they know that Sakura's gone. He's gonna freak out. He's going to likely want to fucking rush outside and go find Sakura. I don't know if he will be able to. We're gonna have an interlude. We're gonna see some really, really, like, the worst fucking nadir of Shinji with Sakura. Then the one scene I know happens is gonna happen with Shinji and Sakura, and then she's just gonna get fucked up, and it's gonna be all horrible. Like at this point, I have connected the pieces. I don't know exactly the connected tissue, how much of anything is gonna happen where, but like I see the trajectory we're headed to. It's inevitable, and I am losing my mind. Shinji from Neon Genesis Evangelion. Oh, God almighty. I don't know if I'm prepared. I'm so excited, but I don't know if I'm prepared. Especially, okay. Okay, so. All of you saying in chat, this will not be possible for the next scene. Okay, so all of you have been hammering that today is the day where 1 million fucking content warnings happen. And I know that there is a scene with Shinji and Sakura incoming, and I know the culmination of that scene with Shinji and Sakura. And I need you to understand my worry for Anya being the one that is voicing both Shinji and Sakura was because I thought that this was going to be coming closer, sooner. Yeah, you were very close with the estimation, and it would have been actually, we could have gotten to it if I hadn't had to deal with the dog and my family a little bit there. And maybe if I wasn't sick, because my coughing has definitely slowed things down a little bit. But yeah, like, I really worried about her voicing both Shinji and Sakura, thinking that the worst stuff was going to be more textual in more of the VN. But I'm so fucking happy that she has taken a liking to both Shinji and Sakura. And I can't wait to see what fucking happens. I need y'all to know, currently she's texting me on Discord and she's just saying, fear and terror, it's gonna be so bad. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that's alright. I don't think I have commentary. I don't think I have anything. I just want to rest my voice. I just want to process what I've seen. I feel like I just saw someone fucking die in front of me and my brain is still trying to catch up. Fear and hunger, even. I'll be dipping here. Thank you all so much for being here. And I do want to apologize to chat for struggling to keep up oftentimes with a lot of things that are being said because I am kinda really focused on the text. This episode, and I think everyone that comes, is gonna require me to really focus in on on reading. And according to that scene, you were surprised that the movie did not shy away from what happened in it. Oh boy. So it's like, actually, huh? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I know. God, I fucking hate Shinji. God, he's such a fucking scumbag. God. Oh, fucking mighty. No, yeah, no, it's important. It's very important. Mind you, it's very important. Like, I don't... Okay, like, I am deeply uncomfortable. I am deeply uncomfortable. However, holy shit. Like, it is, like, a very explicit and very, like, important aspect of the abuse and the bullshit that Sakura has gone through. It both says a lot about Shinji, and it also contextualizes so much about Sakura. Like, it is a thing that I understand. It's Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god. I need to cook up fanfiction. I know there's already a million what ifs of what happens after Unlimited Blade Works polycule, but because, as I have mentioned, I don't have high hopes for either Shiro or Sakura or either fucking surviving this route, I need to find ways to incorporate the Sakura storyline onto the one ending where I know that both Rin and Saber are fine. You get me? You get me? Like, that is the feel-good ending base. And Shinji even got, like, made into a grail, so you have an excuse to maybe work a little bit on his fucking issues with time afterwards. Like, you know, Shiro fucking visits him in the hospital after the grailing, and that's the line connecting of him starting to see what's happening with Sakura, and we get like the Heavens Feels Light version. Oh god. Hey Arukana, we're 2 scenes before Dark Sakura. Literally, just as Shiro comes back from the church confronting Kirei, and having seen the interlude in which Shinji grabs Sakura, and it fades to black. Oh boy. I am not ready. I am not ready. I am not prepared. I went way faster than you did. We have been in shell shock the entire time. We have been in shell shock the entire time. Sakura's a fucking grail. She's Makiri's black grail. She's got that angry mango in her. God almighty, sorry, I'm just, my brain is not processing things. I need to go. I need to get going. Thank you all so much for being here. I need rest. I need a pause. I need to just chill for a little bit after this. I'm going to be so normal this week. Oh, it's so fucking good. It's so good. It's my favorite route for sure. It's my favorite route for sure. Oh no. I'm so sorry, Unlimited Blade Works, but HF is where it's at. I'll be seeing you next time. Tomorrow, Samurai Remnant DLC 3. Wednesday, more Animal Well. And finally, we will see the thing happen next time. Okay. Pause to the music. Do you know why I want to see Dark Sakura? Do you know why I want to see Dark Sakura so bad? On one hand, it's because I want the final contextualization of the deepest depths of the worst point in Sakura's character. I need to understand that last piece of the puzzle. I feel I have a good grasp on everything else she is. I need to see removing the last filter and having everything horrible spill out. I need to send Anya all of the fan art. I need to send Anya all of the fucked up fan art of Dark Sakura. I need her to see. I need to be so normal with her, and I need her to draw. Like, she's gonna draw. She's gonna draw Dark Sakura. I am calling it already. When we see Dark Sakura, she's gonna draw Dark Sakura. And I am so excited for that moment. God fucking mighty. Oh. How are there only 2 days left in the Holy Grail War? Jesus fucking Christ! I'll be seeing you next time. Thank you all so much for being here. I do know about Fate Unlimited Kosia. The fighting game. Anyway, I have 2 endings to send to... to send the music off to Anya. Because I don't think the graphics will likely be spoiler-free, because I know Dark Sakura happens in the second movie, so, you know, that's a no-go. I'll show her. I'll show her the endings, and we'll pass the lyrics along. So thank you all so much for being here, and I am just going to have a mental breakdown now. Bye-bye!